It's not timer's too long, bruh.
Poverty Franchise Podcast. What? Oh, okay. I think we're good. Something just popped up on my screen, but I think we're good. Poverty Franchise
And
Podcast.
it's
How
all
you
right.
doing?
Two-man
Did you
weaving
see
it
that?
today. Ethan's having a lot of technical difficulties. Um, so, oh
I don't know
no,
what
no,
you
you
said. You froze,
froze.
but
Okay, no,
yeah.
but anyway,
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Okay,
Ethan
continue.
is gone today because of technical difficulties on his phone with unlimited data. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, two-man weaving. How you been, Khalil, though?
Yep. I've been good. No episode next week. I feel like we should say that now. So this week we're going to be without Ethan, and then
What we
there's
doing
not
next
going to be
week?
an episode next week. I'm not going to be.
Oh,
I'm
where
not
you
going to be
going?
in California next week. I'm going to go.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
going to a
okay.
college tour. I'm going to go to some HBCUs in the South, and then I come back Saturday night or Friday night, and then on Saturday morning I have another tour at Cal State Fullerton, and then I come back to San Diego Saturday, and then
Right,
I'm not going to
no.
want to do the podcast Sunday. I promise you that. I'm going to be super tired. Going all the way on the East Coast. I haven't been on the East Coast since I was like 2. I haven't been on the eastern part of the United States since I was like 8, and I went to Ohio, so I haven't been like on the eastern seaboard in a very, very
Yeah.
long time. But I'm excited. I mean, it's all paid for. I get to go see some cool schools in a different
Yeah,
city, so
it's definitely really
pretty exciting.
exciting. Yeah, honestly, yeah, really going anywhere that is like it's not even. You should have a really good time. It should be really, really fun.
Yeah,
Oh
because it's
yeah,
gonna be so
oh
different
yeah,
from California. I mean, I feel like the farther you go, the more different it's gonna be. I mean, obviously, but like you can go to Arizona and it's like, okay, I'm in a different place, but it's not that different. Or like a Las Vegas, you're like, I'm in a
right.
different place, but it's not that different. But to go all the way to the southern part of the United States
Yeah.
is a completely different
Well,
thing. So
speaking of Arizona, though, I
pretty
went to
excited.
Arizona. What is it for a Arizona track meet? It was pretty fun. They got Whataburger over there, so I
Is Arizona like the default place they pick? Because I feel like you've said you've gone to Arizona multiple times.
that's the thing. My coach was talking about it. He's like, yeah, we went to Vegas one time, but people like kept breaking the rules, so we couldn't go anymore.
Okay, that makes sense. But like, why Arizona? Arizona is so hot.
It wasn't though,
and
actually,
dry.
just because of the time of the year we were going. Yeah,
Oh,
but
because you're
no,
going
it's not
now,
that.
huh?
I think when they have the
Okay.
Arizona meets, it's like an annual thing. They have it for cross country and track, but it's only. It seems like it's only cold. It's only cold when it's there. It's not that hot.
Yeah. I mean, that's cool though. I like Arizona. I don't think I would live out there just because it is so like it looks so
Yes.
visibly boring. There's no like trees or grass. But it's I mean it's
no,
cool, I guess. Like you're guaranteed air conditioning no matter where
I was
you
trying
are,
to
so
figure
that's
that out in
kind
the
of cool.
hotel. Like, no, there was, but
There was no air
first of all, they wouldn't let me open
conditioning.
the window,
Okay.
and I don't know. I just went down the stairs. I'm like, can I open the window?
Why?
And they're like, no, and they were just like smiling. They were just like smiling while saying it. I was like, this is like a horror movie or something. Yeah, it was like I was like,
No, you
God,
can't.
I gotta get out of here. So I went up and like their kitchen wasn't working. I'm like, the buttons don't work. Crap. And then I went to
I
like the
know
other
it
side of the
was
room and there was like a
happening.
different controller for it, I guess. So I figured it out.
Oh.
So like when
Hotels
they're
are
fun.
always fun, though. I feel like every hotel is very similar, but it's always just a really cool feeling as soon as you step into a hotel room. Those 2 beds, that one TV that's either overly loud or overly quiet when you turn it on.
Clearly, I've been to Europe.
Excited. Oh,
So I mean,
you
the
did
hotels
go.
are pretty
Where'd you
nice
go?
ones we stayed at. But the thing is, you got to choose like 4-star hotels if you're in Europe, right? But we went to a 3-star hotel for one of them in Venice. That shit was terrible.
Oh no.
That's gotta be the worst place I've ever slept. It was like well, it was
What was
cramped
so
in. It's
bad
probably the size
about
of
it,
my
though?
room. It was really small, and
Oh,
the
it
beds
was
were the most
small.
uncomfortable things.
Wait, so where all have you been? Like, start in the United
I've
States. What
been
states have you been to?
so I've been to Arizona. I've been to Washington, New York, Philadelphia, or not. That's not a state. What am I talking about? Pennsylvania. Sorry.
That's a city. It's in Pennsylvania, but
It might have been to Oregon. I've been to Utah. I think I almost went to
Or
Ohio, but I don't think I did. I think that's it for states. What about
uh,
you?
well, obviously California, Arizona,
Nevada. That's right.
Nevada, Texas, Iowa, or not
Idaho.
Iowa, Idaho. Um, then I did go to Atlanta when I was 2, so Georgia, and I think that's it. And the only state that I'm adding once I leave is Alabama because I've never been to Alabama. So that's gonna be interesting, I guess. Like I should wear all my Aztecs merch and just rub it in their faces.
Good.
But on to the episode, the meat of the episode. Before we get into it, actually, Poverty Franchise Player of the Week, or like weeks since we didn't record last week.
So I was
What you got on your
thinking
mind?
with baseball season coming around, or already here, actually, we're going to go with Hassan Kim of the Padres. He had a walk-off a couple days ago against the Diamondbacks. You know, Padres hoping they have success this year, but they've been historically poverty. Historically poverty. And people know
Not
it. Like,
good.
I went on the NBA, what was it? MLB, sorry, NBA. MLB posted on their Instagram, the Padres are predicted to win the World Series. I'm like, okay, now we're not going to win. What are you doing? I was like, damn.
Yeah, I don't like whenever there
Yeah.
are expectations for a San Diego team. It just really rubs me the wrong way. Even with the Aztecs thing and kind of tying into them, they're not my Poverty Franchise like player or team of the week, but I do want to shout them out because it was really cool for the city. I watched it out. I watched the game at Dave and Buster's, and it was really cool to just see all the Aztecs merch because I didn't know that much Aztec merch even existed. I didn't know people were buying Aztecs merch like that, but I guess there are some really, diehard Aztec fans. But it was just one of those things where it's like they're the city team. So, I mean, that's cool. I do live really, really close to the campus. Like, I can walk to the campus, and you could see a bunch of people, like, just out. And when they beat, not Alabama, but Florida Atlantic, people were, like, rushing the streets and all of that. It was cool. But the game itself was very embarrassing. Like, that was sad to watch. That was very sad.
The final game.
I don't know if you have any thoughts on it because I don't think either of us are huge on college basketball.
I'm not huge on watching college basketball on TV. Watching it in person is definitely incredibly fun, but I'm not too huge on it. But they didn't really have expectations like that.
Yeah, no, for sure. So it was cool for them to make it. I mean, for my bracket, I did have them in the Final Four, so I can't say that. I mean, I believed in them, but I don't watch college basketball. I was just kind of like, oh, they're in my city, so I'm going to make them go far. I didn't really believe it all that much. So, but my actual Poverty Franchise Player of the Week, I'm going to go with Lou Dort, and it's not for a good reason. I've been watching a lot of Thunder basketball lately, and he's just like he's really polarizing because, there's like Rudy Gobert, for example, is a really great defender, but he's just not good on offense. Can you think of another guard or like wing who's really good on defense, but just not, who's like legitimately bad on offense? Like, I know you can kind of think of like Ben Simmons, but like, that's just this year. Like, historically, Ben Simmons was decent on offense. He just couldn't shoot the ball. He's like a 17 point per game scorer. But like Lou Dort, he's just so inefficient. His 3-ball isn't good. He can't shoot the 3-ball. He's one of the worst finishers in the league. It's like really bad. And it's to the point where it's like, he's so good on defense, but his offense hurts us so much because he thinks he can score. Like, he takes so many shots a game, and he's just not a good offensive player. So I hope next year he's on the bench. I really don't think he should be starting. I mean, I still think he's a fine player, but starting, nah,
man,
it's not his game.
He's like Westbrook taking those shots.
It's really bad, and I literally searched it up. His field goal percentage since March 1st is 35%. Like, he is extremely inefficient. And then in that same time frame, he's shooting 29% from 3 on 6 attempts a game.
Well,
so I mean, at least he's a decent free throw shooter. He's shooting 80 from free throw. So
yeah, we paid him all that money. You were really high on him earlier in the season, and now it's just like you're like, get this guy off the starting lineup. I mean, I don't watch Thunder basketball.
It's
but, good choice.
You're missing out. Shea is nice.
I'm sure he is, but how do you watch it? You have League Pass?
I have
Who do you
League
share it
Pass.
with? Oh, what are you
I
doing?
don't share it with anyone. Do you want it?
No, I
You
don't
want
need
it?
it. But I think you can have it on 3 or 2 devices. So
I have it on my Xbox, and then I have it on my laptop, but it's not like consistently
I know. Well, if
signed
you
into either of those devices. I think
well,
it's
so
more
maybe it's
for
like
those
3.
two.
I think if you because I used to share with Ethan with my League Pass, and pretty much if
Mhm.
he logged in on his, it would unlog my previous or like my least previous one used. So
Oh, okay, I see what you mean. But you guys could
for
both use
different
it like
games, yes.
simultaneously. Oh, you
I
guys
don't
couldn't
think we
watch the same
tried, but I
game at
would
the
assume
same
you
time,
couldn't because
though.
it's the same account. How would you? I don't know. I mean, I've been
Oh,
testing it,
that'd
but
be
who knows?
really
But
weird.
anyway,
Yeah. Okay.
no,
Yeah.
I don't need
I'll
it. I
slide you
don't
the
need it.
League Pass though.
I actually have YouTube.
What
It
do you
just yeah, I
use?
use
YouTube
YouTube TV, but
TV,
it plays
right?
the 2 national televised games. But the thing is, League Pass is very clutch right now, just because all like ESPN and TNT's hasn't really been on like as much. Like there's supposed to be 2 games yesterday. There
Yeah.
was only 1 game for TNT just because of
Yeah.
the March Madness. Because what not Ernie, Kenny
Right.
Jet Smith and Charles Barkley have been on the NCAA stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, I think it's League Pass is cool. I have my issues with League Pass. I'm cool with the nationally televised thing. Just because there's so many games in basketball that even if you don't get to watch the one Bucks Nuggets game that's nationally televised, they're gonna play another one that's not gonna be nationally
Oh yeah.
televised. So it's kind of like you'll get most of the games. The thing that bothers me most is
Oh yeah.
the local games because let's be honest, if you're a basketball fan, you typically you'll root for the team you're closest to. So you're
Yeah.
gonna want to watch the team that you root for. Not for me though. I'm a Thunder fan, but I mean, still, I want to watch the Lakers and the Clippers. I get the Clippers kind of because the Clippers
Yeah.
were in San Diego at one point, so there is still some sort of tie to the city. But the Lakers have no sort of ties to San Diego as a city, so I don't get why I can't watch
Oh, yeah.
Lakers games. That doesn't really make sense to
That's
me. So that's something that does
it
bother me.
bothers a lot of
little
people. This is
bit.
I've been talking
Um,
about this for like years. I'm like, what is this? I can't watch the Lakers. Like
League Pass is good if you're like really invested in your. And there's a lot of
It's not-
teams
it's not
who
for
you
casual
enjoy
fans.
watching. I will say, like, yeah, no, not at all. If you're a casual fan, you're better off just having regular cable and then maybe getting the League Pass, like Team Pass, like get it for your team and then use cable. But like the whole thing, that's pushing it. Although there's actually a lot of really cool stuff on League Pass, like the being able to
Yeah.
watch old NBA Finals thing is really really cool. I just don't really like the lack of local games. I mean, that's
right?
like
Yeah.
my
What we
biggest
do?
gripe
Drive to
with League Pass.
LA? No, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, like no. I don't know. Although I did go to, have we had recorded since I had my Thunder game?
Maybe we didn't. I don't know. You can talk about it again.
I don't think so.
I
But
saw that. He
Shea
did play.
played, and it was
Yeah.
really cool. Yes, he did play. He played good. We lost, which was kind of sucky, but it was really cool because that was my first Thunder game, and I haven't seen any like that many Thunder fans in one area. Actually, I don't think I've ever met another Thunder fan. One time, someone walked into my job with a Thunder Kevin Durant jersey, and I was like, "Oh, you're a Thunder fan?" He was like, "No, I just like Kevin Durant." I was like, "Oh."
Tough.
But yeah, it was cool to see some other fans. Shea was there. It was HBCU night too, so it was kind of cool. Russ played really well. Kawhi was spectacular, so it was all really cool. Although we lost.
You you
Yeah.
happen to see any Sixers fans there?
Um,
Oh, okay.
no, not at all. Although it is also really funny when people go to NBA games, but they wear a jersey that's not like tied to either
Right.
team.
It's funny, but you know what? I pulled up to the Padres game that I went to recently in my Sixers hat. It's sport. I
You
just
were
brought my
just like,
Sixers
it's
hat.
sports,
People
so
are
I'm
like,
gonna wear the Sixers hat.
you know, what's going on? Yeah.
I think this guy doesn't get the memo. Since we're not recording, and this is really random. This wasn't even on the schedule, but who's your MVP? Like at the moment, because with the game Embiid had, I think yesterday, I think that locks it up. I don't think there's any.
What you mean we're not
question that Embiid
recording?
wins MVP now.
What'd you say?
Huh? I said this wasn't.
Oh,
What's it called on the
no,
schedule?
you said
for,
we ain't recording.
Yeah. Oh my bad.
Yeah, so yesterday's game, right? That was Embiid's game, right? Yes,
Where he
that
had
was.
52,
He needed that because what?
rebounds,
He skipped out on the
56.
Nuggets game because of an injury. So people are like, "Ooh, he didn't want to
Yeah,
play Jokic," you know, like that. It was like a whole narrative about him missing that one game. And then
yeah. Although he played him before and he cooked him, but that
right.
kind of was in the past, I
And then,
guess.
but Embiid's been having some like mid games before this game, like not MVP games, and now he had this final game. So I think it locks it up. I really do.
Yeah, like as soon as I saw it, I was like,
Right.
"Yep, there
But
goes the
at the
MVP
same time,
award. He's
Jalen
in the
Brown was
mix."
not playing, and they only won by
Oh
like
yeah,
two
they weren't
points,
at full
right?
strength.
It was like 101 to 103, something like that.
Yeah, and that means like not Harden. Embiid had like half of their points, which is really rare nowadays.
Right.
For one player to have half of your points, just because teams
Definitely.
score so much.
Um,
But yeah, that locks. I imagine that locks it up. Jokic, I don't think he's going to have any game that outweighs that because Embiid's had so many really good performances this year. Didn't he drop 60 or not 60? He had a really good game. I got to see Embiid best games this season, but I remember he had one earlier
was it
this year
60?
where it
I
was
don't know
like,
if he got
geez.
60 this year. I don't know.
He had a really good game.
68?
68,
Nah.
what? Season high. Let's see. What? No, I don't want to see season
Google won't
totals.
help you.
That Muse is not
Just
being
go on the NBA app. See if
game
it works.
wall.
He's not even on the roster. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Sorry.
He had 52.
And that
52 was
was
his season
yesterday.
high. I thought he had another one where it was like, geez, how did he do all that?
He had
What was his?
52, yeah, 52 yesterday. Yeah. Right.
That was his season high. I don't know what game I'm thinking of, but he had a game that was like, everyone was like, oh my God, Embiid. And I can't find it. Yeah, I really can't find it. But yeah, Embiid's had a lot of really good games this year. He's been relatively healthy, I'd like to think. I don't think he missed crazy amounts of time. I'll search it up. I really think he's having one of his more 65 games. So, that's another thing that we could talk about, and it is funny that he landed on 65 with the CBA. You have to play 65 games to be eligible for awards. Do you agree, disagree? How do you feel about that?
I think when you talk about injuries in the game, and people are like, "Oh, well, they were injured," that's part of it. People, players in the NBA work harder to make sure their bodies are more healthy. Like it's not like if you're injured, I'm not saying it's your fault because people have different bodies. You're more injury prone than other people, but you can do more to prevent like injury, right? So if you're just gonna say, "Oh, he was injured," that's part of the game. You're not gonna get that award. That's fine. I don't know.
Yeah. And I did hear that, like, if you were near 65, I don't know what the exact, like, number is, you can appeal it. Like, if you played 62 games, but you, like, go to the league office and you appeal, like, I did miss the 3 extra games, but this is why I was dealing with a legit injury, then they might, like, appeal it and you'll be eligible. Another thing for awards, the All-NBA teams, I don't know if it starts next year or like the year after, but from here on out, it's not going to be position based. So it's just going to be the 15 best players in the league, which is cool. So with that being the case, who would your All NBA team be if it just was not positional? I mean, I think it's obviously going to be Jokic and Giannis, but who takes the other 2 spots?
There's nobody in the East anymore. Oh, I don't know who's in this conference. James Harden. No position. That's right. Okay, so it doesn't have to be a guard at all. Yeah. No, you give it to Tatum for sure.
Yeah. And then who's the last guy? Because Luka was really good, but like now they're kind of falling off. No, all NBA teams.
Oh,
all
you're
NBA
right.
teams aren't conference based.
That's right. No, I was thinking. What was I thinking of? I was thinking All-Star games. What am I thinking? Yeah. Okay.
All-Star teams.
I would. Yeah, you probably give it to Luka, huh?
No. Luka. What about Devin Booker? Donovan Mitchell?
Maybe. But no.
Shea? Shea's like the 4th leading scorer in the NBA.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. But,
all right.
Well,
I think that's
hold on.
enough
Before we move on,
random
what do
talk,
you
though.
think about the 65 game rule? You think it should be like that or not?
I think it's cool. I mean, I can't really think of a time where like someone like really didn't play a
That's
lot
true.
of games and they won something
Oh, we should have.
like in my
I
life.
think I saw it the other day. Bill Walton when he won an MVP. How many? How?
Oh, that's right. Okay,
Right, but
he's like the
that's
one
all I have.
example.
But yeah, anyway, go ahead.
I think it was like 72.
72.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think Bill Walton won MVP in 72. MVP was 77. I was in the right ballpark. Well, on to the main topic. The main topic of today's episode sucks that Ethan's not going to be here for because it's going to be a big one since the next time we record, the playoffs will have already started. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
They will be just starting. But essentially what we're going to do is we're going to predict the last few games of the season. We're going to talk a little bit about some of the bigger matchups, more recent or like sooner to now. And then we're going to go through the bracket and make our pick for who we believe at this point in time is going to win the NBA championship. So starting with the games coming up, and I have the NBA injury report up just in case so we can keep some things into context. As for games today, we don't have that many. We have 6, it looks like. The Pelicans play the Grizzlies, and let me check the injuries really quick before we make a pick. The Grizzlies are going to be without
Steven Adams,
Zaire Williams, Steven Adams, obviously, Brandon Clark. But other than that, nothing really too substantial. And then I said the Pelicans, obviously they're going to be without Zion, but that's pretty much it. So, and the Pelicans have been actually really decent as of late, I will say. But I think
the game's like
I think they're
more than halfway through. Well, I mean, most of the games are already halfway through, so I think we should start tomorrow. We can predict.
Okay, so who's
the only game left today that's not played is Clippers Lakers.
Clippers Lakers. So what's the score of the Kings and the Mavs? Because I was gonna pick the Kings, so I imagine they're up right now.
You lagged. What do you say?
What's the score of the Kings
Mavs,
versus
we
the
got
Mavs?
71-60 Kings.
Yeah, so I'm picking the Kings, and then what's the score for the Grizzlies?
88-79 third quarter, or almost at the end of the third quarter. Grizzlies.
Who's up?
Grizzlies are up.
Okay, so I'm gonna pick those two. Lakers, Clippers. Who we thinking? I mean, Paul George-less Clippers versus the relatively healthy Lakers. I checked earlier. Seems like D'Angelo Russell is playing tonight. Anthony Davis is a game time decision, but I imagine they play him because it is such an important game. I believe if they win, that would put them out of the play-in completely. That would move them up to the 5 seed, actually, not the 6 seed, the 5 seed. They'd comfortably be in the playoffs. I honestly, the Clippers are 10-0, or they've won 10 straight against the Lakers. But I do believe I trust the Lakers to win this game. I mean, it's a home game for the Clippers, but like that's really a home game for the Lakers. Let's be honest. So I'm gonna give it to the Lakers, although they did struggle against Utah yesterday. At this point, Utah is like a legit lead. They're a solid team. They're not a pushover. Like them struggling against the Jazz isn't the same as them struggling against like the Rockets. You know, if they had a game where they beat the Rockets in OT, then I'd be like, okay, they're kind of questionable. But the Jazz are a decent squad, so I'm gonna give it to the Lakers. I don't know if you have the Clippers or not, but I think the Lakers
definitely have the Clippers. Even without Paul George, which is kind of tough. I don't know how when he's gonna be back, but I'm gonna just say Clippers and the role players are gonna get it done. AD's gonna not put up his best game.
I think this is Russ's first game against the Lakers.
That's also interesting.
Too,
so maybe he'll play hard. We'll see. Well, not like that.
He plays hard every
maybe
game.
He'll play good.
He's gonna play good.
Yeah.
He did have that really good game against the Grizzlies, and like I said, he played good against the Thunder. So Clippers. I mean, I think it could go either way. I'll say this: I want the Lakers to win just because I think it's so crazy how they were the 13 seed and now they would be the 5 seed. That'd be the craziest like second season or like mid-season turnaround. I mean, you obviously have the Celtics last year, but I think the Celtics went from like what? Were they 8 seed to 1 seed? So that is really big. Okay, but it's impressive. It's like still a same amount of spots.
But how many
jumped,
games
you know?
were in between those anyway? Because the West is so close in standings.
I mean, the Lakers are still same record as the Warriors. They're like 4 games above the 10 seed and like 10 games below the 1 seed. They're only 2 games out of 4.
That's
so.
true.
But I mean, the Suns look spectacular. And on to the next game, which is, I believe, a Suns game. Oh, no, it's not. It's the Blazers and the Spurs.
Blazers.
I'm taking the Blazers. I don't care. Thunder versus Utah is actually really important because I think a win here would eliminate the... Actually, no. If the Mavericks go on to lose tonight and then the Thunder go on to win any other game the rest of the season, the Mavericks are eliminated from playoff contention. So I'm taking the Thunder. I don't care. Although the Utah Jazz have given us some struggles, I'm just going to take the Thunder because bye-bye Mavericks. Nuggets Phoenix, this is going to be interesting just because I don't think the Nuggets have faced Kevin Durant, at least not as a member of the Suns this year. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how they try and go about defending them, especially using Jokic. I don't know what they're going to do with him. But they are one of the best defenses in the league. I don't know who you have in this game. Doesn't do a lot for standings, but it's definitely going to be one of those games where it's like, this is going to show us how the series might end up going if they play each other.
So who you got?
What are you thinking? I'm going to go Phoenix. The Suns are 7-0 with Kevin Durant playing. So, I mean, no one showed they can beat them. So, I'm going to probably go Phoenix.
I think I would stick on that streak too. Just go with Phoenix. I mean, yeah, Kevin Durant came back like maybe the first game. And he was playing really bad in the first half, like 0 points or something like that. And then he came back and had like a good 20 points in the second half. Like, okay. But now
Kevin Durant is like one of the only players where he can miss time and then he can just come back and it's like nothing really happened. It's like hit him with plug and play.
The recent games I've been seeing, like he's just been playing really good. So
against the Thunder, he was spectacular. He still got booed. I don't know if that's ever going to stop. But he got booed. But he played great, and he had some nice things to say about the team. So I have nothing against Kevin Durant at this point.
Yeah.
He honestly is crazy to say, but I think out of like the big 3 in Phoenix, he's my favorite one. I don't like Devin Booker, and I don't like Chris Paul. They're both super unlikable, and Kevin Durant also seems like he should be unlikable, but he's grown on me later on. Since leaving Golden State, he's been fine with me.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, what did he do in Brooklyn? That wasn't cool.
Nothing.
Yeah, exactly. He's been chill. And then he went to Phoenix, but I mean, like, I didn't want him to stay in Brooklyn by himself. That would have been kind of lame.
Yeah, it would have been very lame because it'd be like wasted potential, you know.
Next game because we do got to finish these. Kings Warriors. I'm taking the Kings. The Warriors are
which
skeptical. Kings Warriors. I'm taking
Give me a second.
the Kings.
It's on Friday. Yeah,
it's not today. It's on Friday.
You say you're taking Warriors? Taking Kings.
Kings. It's a toss up. I don't really care.
I would just go with Kings too. They've been playing like they're just, they're the better team. I've watched them.
The better
I kind of
team.
changed my mind about them.
And the Kings are at home. The Warriors suck
road
at
games. Yes,
on the road.
I think Kings is a good pick.
Suns Lakers. Kevin Durant and LeBron, hypothetically, because knowing LeBron, he might not play this game. This would be the first time they've played each other since like 2018. Man.
5 years.
It's been 5 years.
Weird.
They have not played each other. He didn't play him a single time when he was in Brooklyn.
You damn well know that one of them is so crazy. Out that game.
Yeah, something's gonna happen. Like Kevin Durant's gonna slip again before the
LeBron's
game.
Gonna be like my knee, sore knee, foot soreness, or
foot soreness, right foot soreness.
Right foot soreness.
Right foot soreness or right ankle soreness.
Oh, that's funny. On 4.
Yeah, I'm going with the Suns again. I mean, I think the Lakers actually do have decent defensive personnel. I mean, Anthony Davis, obviously, Jared Vanderbilt. But, I mean, they still haven't lost with Kevin Durant. So I don't think I'm going to bet against that. Denver versus Utah, I'm taking Denver. Clippers versus Portland, I'm taking Clippers. Minnesota San Antonio, Minnesota. I think we can agree on all those. Then we have the Rockets and the Hornets. I'll take the Hornets. They've been better lately. Grizzlies, Bucks. 100%. I'm taking the Bucks are the better team. Mm-hmm. Knicks, Pelicans. Oh, Julius Randle's out for the rest of the
what?
regular
When did that
season. I
happen?
forgot, so I'm going Pelicans. He
Oh.
sprained his ankle against someone like earlier this week, so he's out for the rest of the season. Which means, I did see it. Every All-Star this season missed a game. Like they missed at least one game. Which is I think it's the first time that's ever happened, or the first time since so long. Bulls versus Mavs. At this point, let me see the order of games. So the Kings lose today, or the Mavericks lose today. The Thunder win tomorrow. At this point, the Mavericks would know they're eliminated from the playoffs. So if they're eliminated from the playoffs, I imagine they don't play Kyrie or Luka.
Right.
There'd be no reason. Like, get the higher pick.
Yeah, I think Bulls would want.
So I'll
to
go
win.
Chicago.
They don't have their pick anyway. You probably want the other team to be worse. Might as well play your players.
Yeah. And there is a chance that the Bulls, if they play like great the end of the season, the Raptors start playing bad, they can move up from like 10 to 9, which doesn't make any difference.
Right.
You get home court advantage, but that's it. Nets Pistons, I'm taking the Nets. Knicks Pacers, I'm still probably going Knicks.
What
Hawks
day
Wizards,
you
I guess the Hawks. Wednesday, but Eastern Conference. I'm going from Western Conference versus Western Conference, Eastern versus Western, and then Eastern versus Eastern. That's how it's formatted.
Oh, okay.
It's really
Got
weird.
you.
Celtics versus
Celtics
Raptors.
versus Raptors. It already happened.
Jason Tatum's not playing today. A few people for Boston's actually.
Yo, you're
not playing today.
lagging.
It's like a group. Tatum, Smart, Horford, all out.
Wait, you said Raptors and Celtics today.
Yeah, and Tatum,
The game
Smart,
already happened.
Horford are not playing. Still Jalen. Smart neck, Horford back stiffness,
Boston won.
and then Tatum hip.
Yeah, game's over.
The game's over?
I told you like twice.
Well, Boston, I guess. I forgot some of these games got played. Who played between the Wizards and the who played in some of these other games? Who won between the Nets and the Pistons?
That's one.
Okay, Knicks and
Knicks
Pacers,
Hawks won.
and then Wizards Hawks. Okay, and then what about Bulls Milwaukee? I imagine Milwaukee.
Not by only by 13 points. I mean that's a lot. I mean,
Oh wow,
I figured the Bucks would win more, but
Yeah.
no. Right.
by like 20, but it is what it is. We'll take the win. Cleveland is probably beating Orlando. Orlando has nothing to play for. Miami versus Philly. Whenever Miami, Philly, Milwaukee, and Boston play each other, it's always a close game, I feel like.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to go Philly.
I'm gonna just go Philly. Embiid's gonna.
They're the better team.
I think he's just gonna pop off again.
Detroit versus Indiana.
I
I'm
would
going
think
to
so.
imagine Indiana wins. Miami, Washington. I'm going to take Miami. Washington is eliminated from the playoffs. Philly versus Atlanta. I'm going to
Trae Young's probably gonna
give it to Philly. I mean, they're the better
Dude,
team.
he's gonna do it again. No.
You think Atlanta?
No, definitely not. But
Yeah, Philly. Brooklyn, Orlando. I'm taking Brooklyn. And then Toronto versus Boston again. I'm taking Boston. If they beat them without Tatum, Horford, and Smart, they're going to win. Again, I would imagine.
I don't think so. If it's the same, I think the Raptors
You
take
think
this
the Raptors
one.
take one?
Well, because Raptors,
Okay,
the Nets, not the Nets, the Celtics won today.
Yeah.
Sorry, was it today? Yeah, it was today by 4 points, and they were only playing Brown. Oh, they had Brogdon had 29 off the bench. Wow. Yeah.
Oh,
Brogdon.
wow. Shout out Brogdon.
Brogdon's been good, man. And Derek White had 17. But yeah, your guy Mike Muscala had 12 points, and he started and played 30 minutes. 6.
How many rebounds though? Like 4?
And he had a block and 2
Oh,
assists.
okay.
Ooh.
Hey, shout out him. How did
25 and
Jaylen Brown
11
play?
and 5.
Oh, that's actually really
11
solid.
rebounds.
11 rebounds?
He had the most rebounds of anybody.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, I just saw something on my phone about LeBron and Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis still dealing with bone bruise and foot. Predicted likely to miss game versus Lakers tonight. No. Never mind. No, that's not true.
That's not true.
Okay, so some Twitter Lakers account said that, but then literally 2 minutes earlier, ESPN said LeBron, AD, D'Angelo Russell, and Mo Bamba are all available today. So I'm going to go with ESPN on that one. So they're healthy. They're fully healthy. I didn't even think Mo Bamba was going to play again this year. So shout out Mo Bamba. That should help them because now they have an actual backup center. So we're saying
I believe
Toronto's going to win the second game against
I think
Boston?
so. If it's the same,
That's
same,
fair. I
same,
mean, like,
same
it's
people
hard to
though.
beat a
Same
team
like.
that. Yeah. Dallas versus the Spurs. Dallas is going to win this game because San Antonio is just so much worse. But they're both going to be tanking at this point. Denver versus Sacramento
Sunday.
on Sunday, by the way.
Okay.
All of these games are on Sunday. So it's Nuggets Kings. The Nuggets have the 1 seed locked up, I think, no matter what, the way we have things going out. So I don't think they'd play their starters. The Kings do actually want to win because I do think they can get the 1 seed or the 2 seed. So they would
I think they would try.
I imagine. Lakers, Utah. Utah would have nothing to play for. Lakers would have a lot to play for. They would fall back to the play-in with a loss. So I think you play.
Yeah, you play. Yeah.
And they win. Yeah. Pelicans, Timberwolves. They're actually playing for who gets the 8 seed.
I'm going to say
Timberwolves
Timberwolves
win
win
it, I believe. So
yeah.
It's at home for Minnesota, so cool. Memphis versus Oklahoma City.
OKC.
Memphis is playing to retain the 2 seed. Oklahoma City is playing for nothing. They can only be the 10 seed pretty much, so I would take Memphis, I believe.
All right. Yeah, that's fine.
The Clippers play the Suns. The Suns are playing for nothing. The Clippers are playing
5 seed
for the 5 seed.
I'm going to say the Suns beat them.
The Suns just they can't be beat. But Kevin Durant probably would not play.
We should take
Devin Booker wouldn't play. Yeah, I'll take the Clippers. And then the Warriors versus the Blazers, I'm going to take the Warriors. The Nets versus the Sixers. The Sixers are actually playing for something. They're playing for, I believe, the 2 seed. They're locked into 3. They can't move up. So I'll take. What is Brooklyn playing for? Brooklyn's not playing for anything either. I'll just say Brooklyn because I do think Brooklyn's bottom ends team is better than.
But Brooklyn's a 6 seed right now.
Team. Yeah, but they're also so far ahead of Miami the way we have it set up that they can't fall.
If Miami keeps losing, for sure,
it's a 3-game difference.
But they're only 1 game apart right now.
Yeah. Atlanta versus Boston. Atlanta is playing for the 8 seed rather than the 9 seed. So I mean, Boston's not playing for anything. They can't get the 1 seed. So I'll take Atlanta. Chicago, I guess. Charlotte versus Cleveland. Cleveland, I guess. They're not. Actually, no, I'm going to take Charlotte. Cleveland has nothing to play for. Charlotte has shown they can beat teams that are actually playing their people. So I'll take Charlotte to win that. Doesn't really do anything, but Charlotte. Miami, I'll take over Orlando. The Knicks in Indiana, neither team is playing for anything. I guess I'll take Indiana. Milwaukee versus Toronto, I'm going to go Toronto. I think that's a fair way of doing it. There'd be no reason to. They have the 1 seed locked up. I wouldn't play Giannis. I wouldn't play Chris Middleton. Okay. I wouldn't play Drew Holiday. And we have one last game: Wizards versus Rockets. Absolute thriller. Who's winning?
Kyle Kuzma. The Wizards.
Yeah, I'm taking the Wizards. I think that's fair. So that concludes the regular season. As it stands, we have the playoffs in the Western Conference as the 10-seeded Thunder, 9-seed Pelicans, 8-seed Timberwolves, 7-seed Warriors, 6-seed Lakers, 5-seed Clippers, 4-seed Suns, Kings at 3, Grizzlies at 2, Nuggets at 1. In the East, we have the 10-seeded Bulls, 9-seeded Raptors, 8-seeded Hawks, 7 Miami, 6 Brooklyn, 5 New York, 4 Cleveland, 3 Philly, 2 Boston, 1 Milwaukee. So I think in the East, everything stayed as it is now, I believe. Yeah. And then for the West, the Lakers move up 1 spot, the Warriors move down 1 spot. And then other than that, I think everything stays the same. Oh, and then the Mavericks get officially eliminated from the playoffs. So on to the play-in. We would have.
We should start out.
You want to start out West or out East? Miami at home against Atlanta, and then we have the Raptors against Chicago. Raptors at home. So starting in Miami, who do you have in that game?
Gotta go Miami. I think so. It just you should they got Butler's gonna turn it up.
Miami
They
at
are.
home is always tough to play in a like playoff type game. And then, I mean, the Hawks did improve from last year, like on the roster, but last year we saw how bad they played against Miami. And I think Miami's going to be able to kind of like defensively handle Trae Young because he
Yeah,
hasn't been great this
I
year.
agree.
Chicago,
I'm
Toronto,
gonna go
how are we feeling
Toronto.
there?
I think they're just more
That's fair.
they're a more complete team. And DeRozan played terrible today. Not that that's got to connect, but I think I'll take Toronto.
Yeah, they are
Better
in my
roster.
opinion, the like better
Yeah.
roster. So I'll go Toronto. Out west, we have the 7-seeded Warriors at home against the Timberwolves at 8. I'm
Definitely
taking the
taking Golden
Warriors.
State.
I mean,
Yeah.
like Warriors at home are really great for one, and then Rudy Gobert and Cat against Steph Curry, Klay Thompson. That's like a really bad matchup for the
Yeah, it
Timberwolves.
definitely is.
Defensively, like it's pretty awful.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go the Warriors, and then for the second game we have the Pelicans versus the Thunder. I'm no doubt going the Pelicans. I love the Thunder, great season, but the Pelicans have just given us issues all year. So I'm gonna go with the Pelicans. They're playing decent now, so I'll go New Orleans. So I think that's fair in my opinion.
Brandon Ingram should be there, right?
Yeah,
I'll-
he's good. He's healthy, so
Yeah, I'll take.
I'll
take
at
New
least have
Orleans
Brandon
for
Ingram.
sure.
So second round of the play-in, we have the Pelicans and the Timberwolves. Timberwolves at home, Pelicans away. And then we have Atlanta versus Toronto. Atlanta at home, Toronto away. Starting out east, Atlanta or Toronto. Really? Give me your rundown.
No rundown. I don't watch Hawks games.
Skeptical on. Yeah.
No, I think their defense is better. Toronto's defense is better, I would assume.
It's similar to Miami in the way where it's like they just have a lot of guys who could go
You
on.
got like Scotty, you have OG. You have these bodies that can really lock people up, in my opinion.
I do want to see the record since getting.
Right. I mean, Trey
Oh.
can really help you win, but he's just been inefficient this season. In terms of shooting.
Let's see. Let's just see the record since March 1st. It doesn't show me their record, but it shows me their stats, so that's cool. I'm going to search it one more time, but they're 9-8 since March 1st, so that didn't really help prove my point at all. I'll say February 15th because I feel like that's near the deadline. 12-9, so they've been just barely above 500. So they've been pretty solid. And then the Hawks, since the trade deadline, have been 12-10. They've been identical pretty much. So it's really a toss-up. I don't like the Hawks. I don't like the way they play. They're adding a new coach so late in the season. I'm going to go with Toronto as well. I agree. And then out west, we have the Pelicans versus the Timberwolves. Minnesota at home. And I'm going to lean Minnesota. I think I'm going to lean Minnesota. Pelicans are great and all, but the Timberwolves have the star power to win one game. I mean, Cat, Ant,
Rudy Gobert.
I guess there.
Yeah,
I think those guys won in one game. I mean, same thing with New Orleans.
I'd agree. I think the star power is better. Yeah.
All right. So that puts us in the official first round. Our matchups would be Denver versus Minnesota, Phoenix versus LA Clippers, Kings versus LA Lakers, Grizzlies Warriors. Oh my goodness. We're eating great out west. And then in the East, we have the Bucks and the Raptors, the Celtics and the Heat, the Sixers and the Nets, the Hawks and the – or not the Hawks and the Knicks and the Cavs. We're eating great
we are.
in the playoffs this year. These are some funny matchups. I mean, obviously the Nets one isn't as cool as it could have been because Kevin Durant's not on the Nets, so it's not that cool. But Ben Simmons not going to play. He's just going to be on the bench. I know he's going to get booed, but starting out west, Nuggets, Timberwolves. I imagine it's Nuggets in either 4 or 5. Like I would trust Denver to get it done.
You got MVP.
No question.
Player. I don't think there's any question that it's going to be a relatively quick series. You know.
Yeah, at most I could see Minnesota taking maybe 1 because they do have Rudy Gobert. I mean, Rudy Gobert might make things difficult for Jokic. I don't know what Jokic's stats are against the Timberwolves.
I don't know either. Yeah, is that something you could? Let's see.
I'm going to see. Not Nokia. I searched up Jokic. I don't know why. He averages 22, 12, and 9 rebounds in 2 games versus Rudy Gobert. So it hasn't really been much of a struggle. I mean, in one of those games, he shot 80% from the field. And he had a plus 40 plus minus. Yeah, no, I'm taking Nuggets in 4, probably.
I'm looking at this thing. It says Rudy Gobert has a 16-12 winning record over Jokic.
Oh, I mean,
right, but no, but it says Jokic won more matches in the playoffs.
I mean, yeah, they played each other.
They played a 7-game series. 7-game series. Remember Mitchell and Jamal Murray bubble.
Oh,
it was 4-3, so he only has one. Jokic has one more game over him, but no.
Oh, okay, it's not a big difference, but that's a completely different team. I'll take Denver, in 4. I don't think there's really a lot.
I'll take it in 5. I think Minnesota could win the game.
Okay, 5. That's fair. That's fair. I agree. I mean, it's possible. 4 or 5, though. If it goes past 5, then I'm going to be looking at the Nuggets like, okay, you guys might be a little fraudulent. Phoenix, LA. I would imagine Paul George would be back at this point because he said he'd be back in like 2 to 3 weeks. It's been about 2. So, again, the way we have things playing out, because there's no injuries, the Suns would be undefeated with Kevin Durant playing. So, do the Clippers have what it takes to beat them?
They do.
You have the Clippers. You have the Clippers winning the series.
I don't know, man. It's tough because I don't like Phoenix. But that's biasy. I'm not gonna just say that. Phoenix is really good.
I think there are things you can say about Phoenix where it's like not crazy to say you don't like them. Like I don't love Phoenix this year, but I do think next year they're going to be great.
The thing with Phoenix is that people were like, "Oh, they lost so many role players," and I was like, you guys don't know who's on the roster because they have a lot of role players that play well, and the ones they got rid of, they have more that were actually getting minutes. And it wasn't so. People are like, their depth's going to be that bad. Their depth's going to be bad. It's not that bad as people.
The depth. It's not going to be as good as it was. Like I think that's what people forget.
It was really good.
Depth was great.
But right now, you still have 10 people, like 10, 11 people.
It's decent. Like it's not horrific. It's not Mavericks bad.
But it's still really,
that's
still pretty good.
Bad, but it's like
so.
My thing for for Phoenix is just can Kevin Durant and Chris Paul stay healthy during the playoffs? I mean, it's not like Anthony Davis, LeBron, where I'm that skeptical of it. But Kevin Durant does kind of have an injury history. Up to this point, he has kind of an injury history that's kind of starting to develop. And then Chris Paul historically has not been able to stay healthy in the playoffs. I mean, I know in the finals run he was good, but I don't know. I mean, he is getting older. And I know you did say they didn't lose a lot of depth, but at the same time, because they did lose a decent amount of depth, they are going to ask a lot more of Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton on a consistent basis to score the ball. Because there are a lot of times where Chris Paul can like try and just pass. Like he's so in tune with his playmaking game that he doesn't look for his own shot at times. Not to say I'm taking the Clippers in this series, but I do think it's a great series. On the Clippers side, my biggest issue is Russell Westbrook. I mean, I hate to like bash on the guy, but in the playoffs, I don't know like how you play him.
Yeah, well, you might play him off the court sometimes. You probably rather have shooters in because really, if Kawhi's playing really good, they're gonna double him. Someone needs to be able to shoot the shot.
Right.
Not Russ.
That is not Russ. So I mean, like the closeout games, I imagine they go with like Eric Gordon, Paul George, Kawhi, Zubac, and then
Marcus Morris.
insert one more person, I guess.
Or
Batum,
Batum, whoever's
Marcus
playing better.
Morris. Oh, yeah, they
you
do.
could also have Marcus Morris as the center if you really don't want to small ball.
Yeah, if they want to go small. Was it the Clippers who I remember like a couple years ago where we were watching the game and we were in the PlayStation party and the he's like the one thing you cannot let happen.
What?
It was like the DeAndre Ayton,
the lob. It was like the one.
lob.
Yeah, the one thing cannot happen. It happened. Like it was these. It was a Clippers Lakers game, right? Okay, that's right.
No, it was Clippers Suns because it was DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, that was actually
that was so funny. He was heated.
So upset.
So upset. And it wasn't even like it was a playoff game, so it wasn't like the Clippers commentary guy. It was like the neutral ESPN dude, and he was just really upset about it. He definitely had the Clippers on his parlay or something.
But we're talking. Hold on, but they're talking about the Suns. About you know, Chris Paul having to step up. I don't think I don't think he'll get injured. I think he's been pretty well or like pretty good about handling like his health. Like he's gonna put himself in the right situation to where he doesn't get hurt. Like he's not gonna do anything crazy. He's just gotta pass the ball, shoot some mid-range jumpers. So he has to get really unlucky. I just don't think. I'll get. It's not gonna happen this year. It's not gonna happen this year.
It's kind of hard for me to say that though, just because it's like. Again, yeah, in the regular season, he's done decent at managing his body, but the NBA playoff schedule is so intense. It's like,
right, but he doesn't really need to play. I mean, he does, but
he does.
But Booker and Durant, one of them will always be on. I think so, and if not,
on the court, you mean
you have
that's kind of bad coaching.
I know, but sometimes they just have a Paul and Ayton type thing, and so okay, so this is what I was. When we talked about them before, the Suns, like how they want them to score, or how I want them to score. This previous game where they beat OKC, I'm just using it as an example because I saw like how they scored. This is like exactly how it should happen. Is where because I wanted Ayton to be more consistent. So he put up 19 points, right? That's exactly what you need. You get rebounds. Chris Paul put up 16 and 8 assists. Chris Paul can have less points. They don't need that much points. He can have like 10 and 8. You can have 8 and have like 20. And then Booker had 22. He can have a bit more if he wanted to. And then Durant had 35. Like, that's, you need,
that is true.
You need that. Cooking. Like,
I watched the game. So.
It's like, if you can have that scoring where Durant and Booker, one of them will always have like a really good game. The other one can have like a little step back, but like not incredibly, but you know, like, because one of them is always going to have a better game. You know?
Yeah, it'd be really weird if they both just had off nights. Like that's Kevin Durant doesn't really have off nights, just like ever,
like crazy games. Like I think one of them will always have like 30 plus, like a 40-point game, but the other one will have like a 25, 28 game, something like that.
Yeah. So who are we taking though? Because this is, I think this is going what?
I think it
6
is
or 7. Like, because it's kind of a question of like. The Nuggets, or not the Nuggets, the Suns obviously have the better top ends of the roster, but I would say
they're definitely
the Clippers are still the deeper team. They have more depth. They have defensive guys.
I'm gonna go Clippers. I'll just say that. I think I'm gonna go Clippers.
Clippers, really.
I mean, it's hard to say based on like what I've watched, but they can be really good. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man. It's really tough.
It's hard. Yeah. I think I'm gonna still lean Suns. Just because I do think the Russell Westbrook thing can be an issue because he is their best playmaker, but at the same time, there are going to be times where you can't have your best playmaker on the court just because of his lack of shooting. So it's kind of like if they have him on the court, they're going to lack shooting in a lot of situations. If they don't have him on the court, they're not going to have the playmaking, the lead ball handler playmaking. I also do think, though, Russell Westbrook can take advantage of that Chris Paul matchup severely. So that's one thing to look out for because Chris Paul is so old. He really just cannot be that great of a defender. I mean, like at this point, he's not really a great defender. He tries. He's just too small and he's too old. Like he literally cannot guard anyone. I don't think. Like Patrick Beverly said, he's a traffic cone on defense. So, I would say Suns in 6.
6.
Or
Yeah,
Suns in 6, yeah.
I'll go Clips in 7. Yeah.
Clips in 7. It's close. It's really close. What should I put down for our bracket, though? Because that's going to decide next matchup.
Yeah.
Suns in 6, for sure. Suns in 6. Okay, next matchup. Kings-Lakers. This is interesting. Least experienced playoff team versus one of the more experienced teams in the playoffs.
I don't know, man. I thought the Kings were frauds. They're not. I don't think they're frauds. They play pretty good. Yeah, they're legit. They're young. They're fast. They're best offense in the league, right? I think. Yeah,
yeah,
man. They're really good. They might outrun the Lakers. They might.
Yeah. The Lakers do have solid defensive personnel. Vando, right. Davis, and they are they're starting to become a really solid, deep team. However, it's hard for me to just say LeBron's gonna get eliminated in the first round again, right. Just because it's only happened once. But I do think I'm leaning Kings. The Kings have just been better all year, and it's kind of hard for me to pick against the better team, even if the worst team has the two best players in the series by far.
They're the two best players, and we're picking against them.
Yeah,
because we trust Fox and Sabonis.
Yeah, I think Fox is going to still be good because they don't have any the Lakers have defenders, but I mean, if you have Davis and Vando, I imagine they're focused on Sabonis, right?
And you probably have Malik Beasley or LeBron guarding Fox.
And that's not a great match. I gotta see Kings versus the Lakers this season. Probably been great because they won the division. So let's see. Have the games even been close though? Oh, they actually have. Okay, so they've been decently competitive. They haven't played since January, but they already played all their games. In the 4 games they played, the Kings won by 6 in November. They won by 14 in December. They lost by 2 in January, and then they won by 5 in January. So they are competitive, at least more recently. But I don't think they've played the Lakers with the new additions. And they have, it's been close without the new additions. And obviously, I think we can say the Lakers got better since then.
A lot better.
A lot better, noticeably, way better. Is there any way we take the Lakers here? I really think Kings.
I can imagine.
I don't know. How do you feel about the Lakers?
Sure, or the Lakers winning, but I think I would just go the Kings.
I wouldn't bet on it though. That's my thing. I could see it for sure. Would not bet on it. So I think Kings in 6 is fair.
Okay.
Kings in 6. Although I do think the 6 is going to be close. I think the 6 is going to be legit close.
Yeah.
And
well, I mean,
Kings in 6.
I'm just gonna say last thing. Lakers it's just a health problem, and they're gonna have to play a whole series. So I'm gonna go with the Kings.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough.
Have been healthy, and they're young, and they're all that stuff.
And it'd be huge. Oh, the city would be on fire if they won a playoff series. I mean, if they win a playoff game, it's going to be crazy because honestly, just them having
they're going to put the beam. Really. What's the beam? So. Is that new?
Yeah.
They're trying to be
they added it this year.
What's the hotel in Vegas with the big light? Yeah.
The pyramid one? I don't know what it's called, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. All right. Well, we can move on.
It's trying to be like them, but we don't know what it's called.
Yeah.
Last series out west, probably the most fun one. Well, I mean, every series other than Timberwolves Nuggets has been fun. I enjoy watching. I would look forward to watching it. But Grizzlies Warriors is just you can't go wrong with it. I mean, they always seem to find each other in the playoffs. So, who do we have winning this one? No. If you have the Warriors, I strongly disagree.
I'm gonna go the Warriors. Experience championship Warriors? DNA. They have beef with the Grizzlies. They're gonna turn up. Draymond has that dog in him.
But at what point does like having champion experience not matter? Like, if you're this bad on the road and your defense is this bad, like,
Wiggins is
I will
coming
say
back.
Wiggins is coming back. I mean,
Gary
maybe that
Payton's back. I don't know, man. It's the same team as last year, except no Otto Porter, and you have Dante DiVincenzo. Isn't that it? That's it.
Yeah, it's the same team. Yeah, they on paper are pretty much the exact same team, but like they haven't played like the
With
same
Wiggins
team.
being-
The defense isn't as good. Even when they had Wiggins, they were like
You're
500.
right.
They weren't great with Wiggins, and then they can't win on the road. So I mean, like, at that point, I think you at least get two.
I'm gonna still
get your
bet for
home
him.
games.
I'm gonna still bet for him.
Warriors in what, 7?
I'll go Warriors in
or
7.
6? I have to have the Grizzlies in like 6. I don't think the Warriors are that.
They're not that
this
great.
year.
You're right.
like, they're not. I mean, again, it is the Grizzlies. I'm not huge on the Grizzlies. I think Jaren Jackson Jr. is kind of not overrated, but like as a defender, he's not as good as like it looks when you see he's like a defensive player of the year type player, because he does foul a lot, so he can't stay on the floor that often. They don't have Steven Adams. It doesn't seem like they will have Steven Adams. Brandon Clark isn't going to be there. So they are going to be missing some dudes down low. And then Jaren Jackson Jr., like I say, can't really stay on the floor that often because of like fouls. But Ja's back.
Ja's back.
So that's cool. I mean, Ja's back. And then Desmond Bain is there. I mean, Ja, Desmond, and Jaren, that's a pretty solid 3. I mean, obviously they have Steph on the other side, but Wiggins is coming back after missing 20 or so games. He's been gone for like a month. He still has to shake the rust off,
he's been in the gym. Practicing he said he was practicing every day.
I don't believe that one bit.
No.
You could have been playing. Like, you had time to practice, but you couldn't have came to the games.
But you know what? Desmond Bain is a nice name. I'm not gonna lie.
It is. Cool. NBA players have really cool names. Very original. Like DeMar DeRozan.
DeMar DeRozan. You
would never hear that anywhere else.
I'm trying to think of other names.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Are you serious?
That's a fake name. Anyway, we can. If we're having different opposite, since I'm like the underdog pick, you can put the Grizzlies in as the. No,
we could take Golden State. I mean,
no, you can have the next disagreement.
Really,
you can put the Warriors in.
Okay, so we'll take Warriors in 6. 7.
I want to see Clay next to Brooks on the ground.
So they're gonna win,
shuffling. Yeah, and he's gonna show up next year.
5. Is this gonna continue until he runs out of fingers?
It's gonna be a sad day.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be very sad. I'm not gonna watch basketball ever again. I'm just gonna watch Derek Carr QB.
I said that about Chris Paul though on my story the other day.
That's crazy.
I cannot wait until
Chris Paul. That was like, dang.
Like I said, and I don't care about the Suns. I just do not like Chris Paul. He's so annoying. Like the flopping, the complaining to the refs, the snitching. Like he just snitches to snitch. Like I remember there's a clip of him telling the ref that there's only 4 players on the other team on the court. But it's like, why would you tell them that? It benefits you to have less people on the other team.
Wait, it was the other team?
Stop, ref! It's not fair. I don't know.
No, but like it was the other team. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was the other team. It wasn't us or the
other pettiness. The video of talking to Steve Kerr is hilarious. I'm not gonna lie.
The one where he just stopped smiling.
No, because I saw like this compilation on it was probably Instagram or something of him like doing all these things. And I saw some stuff I actually didn't see before. Yeah. I was just dying. I was like, this is hilarious. He is funny.
He's funny. I just don't like it. When he got punched by Rajon Rondo that one time.
Spit on him or something?
Yeah. Chris Paul spit on Rondo. And then
Ingram came out. Was Ingram there?
Yeah, Ingram was like, you're about to fight the ref.
I remember...
Yeah. Do you remember that time when DeJounte Murray not punched James Harden, but pushed James Harden like really, really hard? Oh,
you froze for a while. Do I remember what though?
Okay. that time DeJounte Murray pushed James Harden.
I don't remember that
really,
at all.
really
Not gonna lie.
hard. I gotta send you that video. It's so funny because DeJounte was like really ready to
Oh,
fight. He was still on the Spurs.
I don't remember that. Yeah.
NBA fights be funny because there's never a fight. Like,
You know what is funny is what was his name? Stewart.
Huh.
What's his first?
Isaiah
Like
Stewart, I was
him just
thinking
going
of
after
that one.
LeBron. People were like holding him back. He's like like
chasing him.
it was kind of funny.
Oh, that was really funny. Okay, out east, Bucks or Raptors? I have Bucks in 4. I don't
Bucks
think
in
we
4.
really need to harp on this one. Then Miami, Boston.
Boston in 4.
I think Boston's winning it, no
Okay.
question.
But
But in how many games though? Because I do
You think you
Miami
give a game?
takes
We can do 5. We can do 5.
a game. So Boston in 5.
Sure.
Boston in 5 for sure. Because Miami is
They're
tough.
gonna make it hard.
Like
for sure.
they're gonna make it hard.
Culture.
Yeah, heat culture is real. Sixers, Nets.
Sixers better win in 4.
Sixers are going to win. I'm pretty confident, but like it's for these ones, it's just like a matter of how many games.
No.
Do we see the Nets taking a playoff game?
Ben's sitting.
So,
So they
Sixers
don't have a
in 4.
superstar player.
Yeah, they're missing their superstar player.
I took him
That's
down.
the-
He's not on my wall
play.
anymore. Yeah, I have an Embiid shirt on there.
Dang.
Now.
Dang, he made it out the trenches. He went to an active member of the Philadelphia
right.
76ers.
Anyway,
So Sixers in 4.
yeah, 4. It's not even. I don't think
5 max, I
they
feel
better
like.
win in 4. I want 4.
4.
You know what?
So you want
Sixers
4,
culture.
okay.
They're about to win in 5.
Yeah, that's true. You guys
Which I want
just
for
seem
no
like you'll
reason.
drop
Embiid's gonna have
like,
4 points.
it's going to be the game where Embiid and Harden don't get any
Something
fouls.
like that.
Embiid's going to have 12 points and 8 rebounds,
Yeah,
on 5 for
one free
17
throw.
shooting. With
One free throw
free
from
throw
and
attempts.
1.
Harden's going to have 10 and 12.
He's gonna have like 20
10 points,
assists and like 6
assists.
points.
Tobias Harris
they're
going to be your
losing
leading
the game.
scorer.
They're losing the game.
Sixers just don't seem like the type of team.
Yeah,
that
they're not
ever
sweeping
will sweep
anybody.
Anyone. Like I have no
Yeah.
confidence. And then probably the closest game out east or series out east, Knicks Cavs.
Randall's
Who do
not
we have
playing,
here?
right?
He'll be back for the playoffs. He's
Okay.
just not playing the rest of the regular season.
I'm gonna say Cleveland wins, but I'm gonna say in terms of games, I go 6 or 5. What do you think?
Cavs for sure, but
Cavs 6?
I'm gonna say
Okay,
6.
that's
Cavs
cool.
and 6. I trust Donovan Mitchell to
Oh, yeah.
elevate.
I forgot they
the
had him.
playoffs.
Not
So
gonna lie.
that's
Just for a second.
yeah. Donovan Mitchell is going to definitely elevate in the playoffs, and then
No.
I don't trust RJ
Definitely
Barrett
not.
to be the third guy for the Cavs, or the Knicks. So I'm gonna go Cleveland in 6. Although I think it's gonna be a competitive 6,
yeah, for
no
sure.
question. And that concludes the first round. So we have to run down Nuggets in 4, Suns in 5,
Suns and 6. Wasn't that saying? That was
Kings
like,
in 6.
Everyone was all about that Suns and 6 a few years ago.
Yeah, Suns in 6
But
when
they
they won
win.
the championship, I think. Or they lost the championship. Warriors in 7, Bucks in 4, Cavs in 6, Sixers in 5, Boston in 5. Now we're moving to the second round. Very interesting series is mostly good series. There's one kind of mid series, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna pick a team that starting out west, Phoenix, Denver. This is interesting. This is why this game is so important, because it's like I really need to see how Denver plays Phoenix for me to know who I'm picking this series.
That's true. If we're talking about now, I'll
Probably
say
sticking Denver,
huh?
though.
Really?
Yeah, they're deep. I mean, they have a lot of guys who can show up for you. Obviously, Jokic is going to do what Jokic is going to do. MPJ, Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon, all of those guys can really show
Bruce
up.
Brown.
Bruce Brown, KCP, Christian Braun, They got some guys. I mean, they don't have the top end talent to the extent that
They
the
have the
Suns
MVP.
do, obviously.
Or
But
second,
second,
they got
second for
Phoenix
MVP probably. But yeah, and then a couple guys who can really
Right.
get hot in the playoffs and just in general. And
That's
then Aaron
incredible.
Gordon's
Wasn't
been
it-
really good too. So they have defensive
Right.
personnel.
Was it this year where Aaron Gordon had that dunk? I think I was.
Where he dunked on someone
I
on
don't
the
know if it was on the
Suns.
Suns or not.
It was on the Suns, like where he posted someone. He posted
You're right,
Torrey
you're
Craig.
right. Yeah, I was watching that game in my room. It was like
It was on Christmas, I think.
it might have been on Christmas. Yeah. Because
Yeah.
it's beginning of the season though, for sure. Well, I thought it was beginning of the season.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
Okay.
it was like Christmas, which is so crazy. That's such a long time
Yeah.
ago.
But anyway,
it doesn't
I
feel
watched
like
that.
it.
Like, dang, this guy's good.
It's just hard. I wish we were recording like after the game just so I can like visually see how either they're going to play
Right.
Kevin Durant with Jokic on the court. But again, I don't know. I'd like Denver. They've been the 1 seed all year. Phoenix is great. I just don't think this is their year. I think they need to get the depth a little better. And then, I don't know. I just think Denver has been one of the best defenses in the league. So I'm going to side with Denver.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go Denver with you.
How many games, though? Because I do think it's a close series. Maybe Denver in 6
You
or
go-
7, I think, for me.
Denver in 7. I take 7 games.
Denver in 7, okay. So Denver in 7. And then the second series in the West is the Kings versus the Warriors. I don't care. Kings win. You can't tell me any different. Sorry. You can let them beat the Grizzlies. I'm not letting it happen twice. No.
Look,
Harrison revenge series.
Yeah, but
The Warriors are just not good enough to get to
Okay.
the Western Conference. I'm
I
sorry.
agree. Kings have been
Yeah.
elite.
Kings in 3.
That's crazy.
They're gonna
That's crazy. No one's ever said that before.
Blowout. They're gonna
Kings in 3. I'm gonna say Kings win in 6.
Kings in 6. That's fair. Warriors are
They're
cool,
gonna win 2. They're gonna win 2
but
games.
we
I think
let
so.
y'all slide. Yeah, the 2 ones at home, and then they're gonna lose
That's
the
the thing.
ones away from home.
All the Warriors need to do is win one game at away. One road game.
I don't know.
They win the series.
Do you think? I don't know. Sacramento's gonna be jumping. They're gonna have all the fans. That's the
How
beam
many road
team.
games do the Warriors get? They get 3 total, right? And the Kings get 4.
No.
4. They get
Yeah, the Kings get
They get 4 home games.
4 home
They
games.
get 3.
The Warriors.
So Warriors just need to win
Yeah.
1. They
That's not gonna happen though.
they just need to win 1 game out of the first
not
5.
gonna happen,
1 game
no.
out of the first 3. Okay. All right.
I'm sorry. No, you're giving the Warriors too much.
All right.
They're not
Sacktown
good this
takes it
year.
in 6. Okay. All right.
Sacramento in 6. Then out east, Cleveland versus Milwaukee. I think it's still comfortably Milwaukee. Maybe
Milwaukee's
Milwaukee in
smacking
6, but I don't think there's any question that
Bucks are definitely
the
winning.
Bucks are winning this,
But I would.
barring injury.
I'm not even
So,
gonna
like,
say
Bucks
7
is
games.
6?
I'm gonna say closer to like 6 or 5. You know. I think 6 is a good number.
Yeah. 6 is just like a very safe number. Like I like 6. Now we have Philly versus Boston. This is pretty much the finals right here. I
Go
think
7.
Go 7, no question.
Should go
Cleveland
7.
Would go 7. It's 2 coaches that I'm not a huge fan of. Doc Rivers versus what's their coach's name?
Oh,
It's not
definitely
Ime
Brad
Udoka.
Stevens.
It's the new guy.
I'm just joking.
Brad Stevens
It's like
is
his name is probably like his name is probably like Marcus or something.
I'm searching up.
That sound right?
Celtics coach.
Joe Mazzulla.
I should-
That's right.
Joe Mazzulla. It's Joe Mazzulla. Forgot about that guy's name. Yeah. Who do I like?
Brogdon is an
This
absolute
is rough.
incredible player. I mean, no, he's not. He's a really good player, but he's very good in his role. He has an incredible role on the team.
Yeah.
Sixers just won. Sixers just won by 2 points, and Jaylen Brown was not playing.
But didn't you guys win
Probably.
like all of the matchups this year?
No, I don't know.
I gotta check. I'm gonna check season series because I do think you guys won a good amount of the games this year. So this year you guys played the. Oh no,
Oh my!
you guys did not. You guys won one of the
You know-
games, but they've all been close. Like you guys lost to them the first time this year in October by like 9. Then you guys lost by 7. You guys lost by 3. And then you win by 2. So, and the one where you guys lost by 3 was the one where Joel Embiid almost hit the
I saw that. I was like, he hit it. Didn't he hit it? But it was too
Sure,
late.
he hit it. It just was too late.
The
games are going to be close, like no question.
What are the injuries looking like for Celtics specifically?
Well, no, their guys are just hurt right now. I mean, no one's going to be hurt long term. The only people who won't play is probably
Yeah, that's
Gallo,
fine. Well,
Gallinari.
Yeah,
Look,
they definitely need their players back because looking at this, Brogdon was the only one to score off the bench last game.
really? Off the
Scored.
he was the only one
Sam
who scored
Hauser,
off the
Luke
bench?
Cornett, Mike Muscala, Blake Griffin all had 0 points. And Cornett played 15
Jeez.
minutes and Muscala played 13, Griffin 8 minutes. Yeah. So they definitely need their depth back.
Yikes.
Depth back.
You remember when the Nets got Blake Griffin, and everyone was like, "Oh my god, it's over. They got Blake. It's a big 4 now." That was people were making a big deal about it, but it didn't make
It
any
might have been a
sense.
bigger deal than it actually was, but I didn't see. But I was like, they ain't doing anything. I was kind of just like it's pretty cool, sure, but it's not going to change that much. Like
Blake wants a ring so
does he?
bad. I mean,
He
went
wants
from
his
Brooklyn
child
to
back.
Boston, so I mean,
Yeah,
with Lana Rhodes. That's why he's the GOAT.
that's some crazy stuff.
I trust Boston's health more, but I think I trust Philly's coaching
also has
more.
MVP. Okay,
So
Tatum is pretty much an MVP in his own.
yeah, like
I'm gonna just go Homer Sixers. Just go Sixers.
I could see.
Harden
I really
needs
could see it
to-
either way.
Harden
It's
needs
a
to
toss-up.
be
Harden, like
He needs to
scoring
be
Harden.
he
not
needs to
just
be more
playmaking.
more scoring Harden than playmaking Harden. Yeah, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go.
Hmm.
I think I'm gonna go Philly. I think I agree. I think this is their year. Boston's great. I really don't trust Ime Udoka as a playoff coach that much. As skeptical as I am on Doc Rivers, at least he has playoff experience. So, as a head coach, he's done it. He's been there before. So I think I'm gonna lean Philly.
Philly in 7.
But I'm gonna go Philly
Yeah,
in
for
7, like no question. Philly.
Yes,
I
we
think
have
that. Oh yeah, that
Conference
concludes this
finals.
round. So we're already in the conference finals. Okay, Sacktown versus Denver, Philly versus Milwaukee. So where you want to
Start
start?
west.
Out west or out east? Okay, Denver and I mean, like, I think we're gonna agree that it's Denver, right?
No.
Over Sacramento.
Yeah. Is Denver really gonna make it? It feels so weird. Wait, who did the Clippers
they have
lose to again?
Great,
The Suns. But I feel
the
like
Suns.
the
And then
Suns
the
would
Suns-
beat the Clippers, but the Clippers would beat the Nuggets in some weird way. That's like how it's always been in my head. That's how it's always been in my head. But
I can see.
if we're sticking about on this, I would go Nuggets in 7 or 6. Wait.
I think it's like this is the team they match up best with. I mean, other than the Timberwolves, and then the Kings, I think really don't
I don't think so.
have it to guard them. I mean, who on the Kings is guarding Jokic? I do want to see Jokic's stats against the Kings. I gotta go back all the way to StatMuse, which is a great website. Shout out StatMuse. Please sponsor us sometime in the future. Jokic versus Sacramento versus Sabonis, I guess. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Jokic versus Fox? They can't find the result. Oh, because it says Jokic, not Jokic. Kings. Jokic versus the Kings. Not in his career, just this season. They haven't played in like 2023, but they played 2 times earlier this year. One of those games, Jokic had 40 on 60% shooting, and then the other game he had 20 points, 9 rebounds, and 11 assists on 70% shooting. So.
Jokic. I think Jokic dominates the series.
Yeah,
I think they make.
So he makes
Quick thing though, the Brooklyn beat Detroit, but Bridges hit 2 threes out of 11. Why take?
Jeez,
why? Yeah.
I mean, who's going to stop him? He's the best player on the team at this point. Who played good for them?
Brooklyn. Everybody played kind of good. You had you got Bridges with 26. And then everyone else, all starters, Royce O'Neal, Johnson, Claxton, they all had 15, 15, 19, and then Joe Harris had 18 off the bench.
No, so they blew them out, I imagine.
20
based
points.
Off of,
or sorry, not 20, by like 17.
They won by 20? Oh, okay, so they were handling them pretty well.
15, yeah.
So Nuggets in 6? Are we going to just stick with the 6? I think 6 is fair. Honestly, Nuggets in 5, to be honest. I think they handle them. Because, like, the first series is like there's a defender who can maybe give Jokic some problems. Then in the second series, it's like there's an offensive player who can maybe give Jokic some problems. And then this series, it's like, yeah, but not to the extent. Like if they win those 2 series, they've been tested in the 2 things that like would hurt them most. And they're deep. They have playoff experience. The Kings, great run, but you guys don't have the playoff experience.
I'll go 5 with you, sure. I can see that for
Jokic
sure.
In 5, Jokic in 5, Nuggets in 5. And then out east, Philly versus Milwaukee. Who do we have?
I beginning of the year, I always said Milwaukee. I always said Milwaukee. I still might want to lean that way, but just based off Chris Middleton, I'm not sure.
Like how good he's been, and how much they might need him in the playoffs.
It doesn't impact winning as much as they want him to right now, and that could change in the next few games for sure. But or not a lot of time, like not really
a lot of time.
Playoffs just turn up all of a sudden, you know.
Let's be honest. They're probably only going to play Chris Middleton maybe 1 or 2 more games for the rest of the season, just because once he locked up, there'd be no
maybe
reason
see one more game. Who knows? But it's definitely a tough series. You got the 2 most dominant bigs in the league facing each other. Yeah,
one offensively and then the other defensively, and then the Bucks do have Brook Lopez, who can also
2 guys that can guard
a defensive player of the year level player.
Can Brook Lopez?
And then you have Jrue Holiday. Brook Lopez is a defensive player of the year candidate.
He's strong enough to
yes,
hold up with Embiid. Okay.
Yeah, Brook Lopez is strong. Oh well, I mean, I don't think anyone's strong enough to hold up on Embiid, but I don't even think Giannis really is, because Embiid's so strong in his own right. But
it's going to be hard.
I mean, that helps a lot
for Embiid to it's.
The Bucks are deeper.
They are.
I mean, I'll say that. I trust Giannis more than I trust. I trust both Embiid and Harden.
100%.
And then I trust Embiid probably second.
I trust.
Then do we trust Jrue Holiday or do we trust Harden?
I think you trust Holiday.
That's fair.
He's
Harden's
such a
big question mark because it's his health, and then it's also even if he does play, what Harden are you getting? Is he going to actually
Houston,
bring it?
Rockets, James Harden, I'd be Sixers. But Holiday had a great game. What was it? He had a 50-point game.
He had 50, and then Giannis had 28.
Yeah, then the next game, Holiday had 6 points or something.
Yeah, but it was on a back-to-back. So I mean,
Holiday was playing good. He's still one of the best defensive guards in the league. He's going to be on Harden the whole game. Or Maxey, whoever,
or Maxey, or
right.
whoever's the
Like,
lead ball.
I think you trust him second.
Then you trust Holiday second over
third.
Embiid? Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, wow, that's a pretty big statement. And then, obviously, Harden. Tobias Harris has been really good this year.
You probably have to go him or Maxey fifth. Unless you're thinking, I mean, Brook Lopez's defense
Middle.
has his own thing.
It's not like a
Right.
question of me trusting Brook Lopez.
Right.
I think he's fine.
I mean, he'll score here and there, but I don't think it's not a necessity for him to like be a scorer.
It's not a trust thing for
Right,
him.
he's
I
gonna
think
be
he's going to be
no
Brook
matter what.
Lopez. I like the Bucks. Giannis is great. I mean, I'd be happy with either of these teams to make it because I do want one of those three like players to win the ring.
Yeah.
A ring if I had the choice. I mean, obviously, if the Thunder could somehow make the play-in, win the play-in, then make the playoffs, and then make a run and they win the finals, that'd be my number one. But I want Embiid, Harden, Embiid, Jokic, or Giannis to win a ring. That'd be like the coolest thing to me.
Yeah.
Bucks are deeper. The Bucks have a far better coach to me. I don't have any questions with Milwaukee's health like that because I don't think Chris Middleton is injury prone. I think it's just a matter of him playing up to his standards. But I do think Harden and Embiid are so dynamic that on any given night they could really blow up for. I mean, we saw it. Embiid can blow up for 50 any given night. And if you really get a good Harden performance, he can give you anywhere from 27 to 40. So I think Harden's past his MVP days, like where he's giving us, well, obviously, but like I don't think I'm seeing Harden 50 piece.
I don't think so.
At this point in his career, 40, 45 on a really great night. Maxey's great. He can be a spark plug off the bench. Tobias, like I said, has been really good. DeAnthony Melton, also a really good defensive guard. I mean, that kind of cancels out with Drew Holiday.
No, but I understand what you're saying. Holiday's more elite, in my opinion. But DeAnthony has been pretty.
Oh,
pretty
yeah, by far.
On
but
that
like
side of the ball. Gorgeous Niang. He hits like sometimes he could. No. Sometimes Niang, he pops out for like 4 threes. He hits at like 4 for 6. It's either he hits like 1 for 4 or he hits like he gets like a few.
I don't know. I'm leaning Milwaukee. I trust the coaching more. I trust the health more, and I trust their bench.
I'd want Sixers to win. I'll go Bucks. Because that's how I felt all year. I'm just gonna go Bucks. Just because Giannis.
Yeah.
As much as stats show that Embiid should win the MVP and how he plays, I'm picking. Giannis in almost every situation. Just he's the best player in the NBA. I don't care
just
what you say that this person had a better year, sure, but Giannis, he's a crazy talent. Like you're that tall and that fast and that strong. He's
that good on
he's
defense
a freak of nature
and that dominant on offense.
Greek freak, exactly. That's like,
Greek freak. Like it's never. There hasn't been a more fitting.
Right. I can't pick against him, so I'm sure to go Bucks with you. 7 games. Yeah.
Bucks and 7 though. It's just a trust thing though. Like I could see it. It's just there's so many questions with Philly that
less questions.
I'm a little
Bucks, for sure.
skeptical. Yeah, they're definitely a more safe pick. Finals, Bucks Nuggets. Boy, is this interesting. The 2 1 seeds.
Is that going to happen? Is that actually going to happen this year? Has it ever happened? Right, but not recently.
It's happened before, but it's not like a consistent thing. I mean, last year it was the 5-seeded Warriors versus the
Celtics.
The Warriors played last year. The Celtics, who were the 2 seed.
Yeah.
So, yeah, consistent. It's not usually 1 seed.
I'm not.
But then again, it's not March Madness, it's the NBA. So it's not like you're really looking at seeds like that. It's just kind of teams, things like that.
Jokic will not keep up with Giannis. It's not going to happen. He can't. Giannis he's a Greek freak,
Let's see. Jokic versus Giannis.
Yeah.
I'm just bringing up all these matchups because I do think it's really interesting. Uh, I mean, in the last game, the Nuggets and the Bucks played against each other. The Nuggets won. Jokic put up 31 points, 6
Oh, that's
rebounds, and
pretty good.
11 assists.
I mean,
Yeah.
you got Brooke and Giannis. Like,
They split. They played each other twice. The Bucks won by 6 or 8 at home, and then they lost by like 23 on the road. Chris Middleton did not play good. Put up 13. Drew Holiday had 9. So I mean, like the only person on the Bucks who like really did a lot was Giannis. Although they did get double digits from 5 players, but like there was no there's no 15 point per game score, or point score. Yeah. For Denver, I mean, Jokic gave you 31. Jamal also gave you 26. MPJ gave you 19, and then you had 11 from Bruce Brown and KCP. So, but then past that, they didn't get like really.
Yeah, Nuggets depth is kind of it's good, but it's not incredible.
Yeah. I trust Milwaukee's depth more. Do I trust their coach more? I think both coaches are good coaches. So I like
Mike Malone. He's a very nice. He's a good coach. Very good.
I don't think the Bucks have the type of player who can really take advantage of Jokic's perimeter, like poor perimeter defense.
I don't think so.
Too much. And Jokic isn't the greatest interior defender. Like he's not Giannis, but he's still solid enough. He's not stopping Giannis, obviously, but then again, on the other side, Nuggets they have 4 guys who can really contribute. They have KCP who can get hot at the right time. Bruce Brown who can get hot at the right time. Hard. It's very hard. I don't know.
I'm gonna go Bucks. I think that's a good pick.
I'm leaning towards Milwaukee just because obviously Giannis, best player in the league. They have the defensive personnel. Jamal Murray or Drew Holiday. I mean, like I'm taking Drew Holiday in a series. Then again, it's like in a finals, the Bucks already have experience in this situation. The Nuggets haven't been in.
It's not going 7 either. I think Bucks can win.
You don't think it's going 7? That's been our go-to. Just 6. 6 is it's like a good number though. It's like they're good enough. It's like going to be competitive, but not like last shot 5. Competitive.
Bucks. No, I'm not.
Now you're pushing it. I think Jokic takes a couple.
But, the Bucks are probably going to be like Bucks can win an away game.
Oh, for sure. There's no question the Bucks.
What if it's one of those like Bucks win 3, Jokic wins 1, then he's out of there? I don't know. Bucks. Sorry,
wait, what did you say?
The Nuggets win 3. Sorry, the Bucks win 3 games. Jokic gets 1, and then he's out of there in the 5th game. I can really see it happening. The Bucks win at home in the 5th game. I can see it. Wait, who would have the home? Who would have the home? The home.
The Bucks would because they have the better record.
Gotcha.
Although they're both the 1 seed. I'm gonna go Milwaukee. I don't know how many games, but Milwaukee. I think 6
is a good number.
It's a good number. I think Denver can make it comfortable or make it competitive, but Milwaukee in 6 or 5.
Okay. Walking 6 or 5. So you like the 5 then, huh?
So, yeah. The 5 isn't awful. Now that I really think about it, I could see it happening. Just because MPJ, Jamal, they don't actually have a lot of playoff experience, like in actual playoff games with the crowd and all that, because they had the bubble, and then they had another playoff series, I think, against Portland a few years ago. But Milwaukee's been like consistently in the playoffs like for the last 4 years, so making deep runs. So Milwaukee's more battle tested. They're deeper to me. They have the better coach to me, the better player.
Better.
Do they have the better number 2 option? Like, would you take Drew Holiday over MPJ?
I think Drew Holiday is a better defender than both of them. Like, I think that alone kind of hurts them because he can score and he can guard Jamal. Like, I think it does a lot.
Yeah. And the Bucks do have the personnel to handle Jokic.
In some way, they got Giannis
in some way.
And Brook Lopez. That's a lot by itself. That's two
Brook,
two defensive
player of the year candidates.
Yeah.
In the paint, and then you have another one
insane.
on the perimeter. Like
they should sign Marcus Smart. Yeah, all of them.
Just get all of them. Yeah, I like Milwaukee still. I think in the beginning of the year we also said Milwaukee.
I've said Milwaukee.
So nothing's really changed.
Like, they're probably going to do it again.
I'm trying to look at our bracket and see if there's anything interesting that happens at any point. Lakers are a first-round exit. Grizzlies are a first-round exit. Suns second-round exit. And then, let's see. Other than that, no, we don't have very many upsets. I guess Celtics losing to Philly is some sort of upset, but it's very close between those two teams. And like I said, it really comes down to a lot of things, like coaching, who has the more trustworthy players. And I trust Philly more than Boston at the moment because Boston was really cold for a while.
For sure. Let's see. Quick thing. I saw this. It says, while the ending, Pelicans blew a 6-point lead in the final 11 seconds of the game in OT. In overtime.
How did that even happen?
The Pelicans.
Who did they lose to?
The Pelicans lost to the.
They did lose to the Pelicans because they choked the 6-point lead.
They lost to Memphis. It was today's game. Wait.
Oh, okay.
No.
Wait, did the Mavericks lose?
No, it says Pelicans won. I'm confused. Pelicans blew a 6-point lead, but it says Pelicans
They choked
won.
the lead, and then maybe they went over to you.
Oh, that was the fourth quarter. Okay, so they choked it and went to OT.
Maybe they choked the lead, and then
they won an OT. And then they won an OT. Oh, it says ended up winning an OT. My bad. Okay.
That was overly stressful for them.
It was really stressful for me, dude. I said it wrong. I thought they blew a lead.
Who won, Dallas or Sacramento?
Dallas won by 4. They did.
Really? Did Kyrie and Luka both play?
They both had 30. Or Kyrie had 30. Kyrie had.
Who was the third leading scorer?
Tim Hardaway with 24 points. That's rare. You're not gonna get that again.
Oh shoot! Yeah, was he
Very
efficient?
He was 5 for 8 from 3. And then Irving was efficient from 3, 6 for 10. He had 31, 4, 8 assists, 2 steals. Luka had 29, 10 and 6. Less efficient.
They needed that one.
Less efficient for Luka, but who cares? Josh Green.
They really needed that.
My guy. 10, 9, and 1.
10?
2 for 3 from 3.
9 rebounds.
But yeah, 9 rebounds. Pretty good.
How about for Sacramento? How did Fox
got 28, 5, and 8. That's a Fox game.
And then Sabonis?
19, 11, and 11. You probably have to have like a 20. You probably,
those are MVP numbers.
19, 11, and 11.
Numbers. If Jokic puts them up,
that is fun.
MVP numbers.
Those are like, Jokic puts it up, like, my goodness. And when Sabonis puts it up, look at this
guy. Look at this guy. And then Sabonis says it, no one says anything ever.
Yeah.
So the only game left is Clippers, Lakers.
They have.
And have they started yet?
It's
because it is 8 o'clock.
End of the second quarter. There's 2 minutes left in the second, and Clippers are winning 63-49.
Jeez, LA.
Hey, see?
Jeez, Lakers.
Oh, guess who's putting up a stinker? Like I said, Anthony Davis. No, but LeBron's
how
playing
bad
terrible.
Of a stinker?
LeBron has.
What does LeBron have?
2 points and 3 assists, but he's playing only 11 minutes or 12 minutes. Davis has 6 and 7.
Why only 4?
The leading scorer is D'Lo
going on?
With 11. Yeah, and we look at the Clippers.
Yikes! How about for LA? How's Russ
10,
playing?
2, 3, and 1. And 1. He has 1 block, 1 steal, 3 assists, 2 boards. He is 1. Wait, he's 4 for 7 from the field, so that's 57%, and he's 2 for 2 from 3. It's a Westbrook. It's a Westbrook game.
Revenge game. Oh God! And I imagine Kawhi's the leading scorer with like
11,
17?
2 and 2.
Who's the leading scorer then?
Real quick, Eric Gordon has 9. starting shooting guard today, and he's 3 for 4 from three. And then Norman Powell is the leading scorer off the bench. He's back. Norman Powell has 13. It's not that
How much
big.
does he have?
But he's shooting.
So it's like a
he-
big, diverse scoring load for them.
He shoots pretty good this game too. Norman Powell's back because he was injured. I don't know how
Yeah, he was gone.
long he's been injured, but I know the last.
He just came back.
I think so too.
within
Because
the
recently
last
I watched
couple
the
games.
game with the Clippers and he wasn't playing. I'm like, once he gets back, that's like a 17-point scorer on your team. Y'all better be scared. But anyway, that's why I like the Clippers' depth so much. They're just
Yeah. I didn't even think about Norman Powell because he has been hurt for a little bit. That is another guy. I mean, realistically, you could close out with him at the one. I don't know if he really has the playmaking ability, but he can knock down
Right, and
those
they still got
shots.
Mason
when you need him to for
Plumlee,
sure.
who's decent. Zubac. I don't know.
Oh, Zubac. My bad.
They still got
It's
Rocco.
one or the other. Like,
I don't know. He don't
Does he
play no
play?
more. He averages 3 points.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. 6 points.
yikes.
Three rebounds.
Oh, my bad. Oh, okay. Has
He
he
has
played
not played today. He's probably not going to play.
Yeah,
No
then I
PT.
give
He's
him
like
no PT.
he's like the third to bottom on the list. So it don't look like he's getting playing time.
He's not getting
No.
no plan today.
There's
Okay,
everything.
I
Huh?
think that's everything.
But that's pretty fun.
Yeah. Hopefully Ethan's back.
You
when
know
we
what?
record
We
2
should let
weeks
everyone
from
know
now.
what Ethan's doing right now.
Um,
Ethan is playing the show.
playing
He's
the
playing
show.
MLB the show
MLB
right
The
now.
Show.
His Wi-Fi probably it's terrible. We know
20
it actually has been terrible. So that part's true. But earlier in the group chat, I was like, "Oh, I can record today." And Khalil's like, "Hey, I can record today too." And Ethan was like, "Nah, I gotta play the show. I'm a skip out." And I was like, what? He's like, "Nah, I'm just kidding. I can play." And then like.
we get
My
on
internet
and
sucks.
then he's like,
I'm
my
just
internet
gonna-
sucks.
I want you guys to record without me. Yeah,
Thanks for your
I'm about to
brave
hop on
sacrifice.
the PS right now, and he's gonna be like, "Frank, I got the new card. I got Shohei. I got Shohei."
Oh, my
It
my
started working.
Wi-Fi just started
I
working.
got
all of a sudden.
Trout. Like this guy.
So,
I got all the Angels
all of
cards.
the cards.
Yeah, I finished the program with no Wi-Fi.
No Wi-Fi. Like,
Sheesh. Yeah. So when you
that's
get your
funny.
PS, okay?
I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I'm not sure. I'm gonna try and get one before if I end up going to
Ain't
Fullerton,
you-
I'm gonna try and bring one with me
Don't you have a
so we can
job?
stay in contact that way. So, yeah.
Oh, how's
I just
Chipotle?
haven't
How's
bought one
Chipotle
yet.
working?
I get paid. I go
So
and
do
I
you-
leave.
Do
I
you
don't
act
really-
happy with your customers, or do you just be like, or do you just look tired?
Yeah, I have to. I mean, it's like, I mean, I'm sure I look tired because a lot of the time I clock in at like 7 a.m. But I still, got to bring
Yeah.
that positive
You,
attitude.
Any
It's the bare minimum.
weird asks from these people asking for food? Yeah, nothing crazy or what?
Like customers, weirdest. No, not really. I think the weirdest thing I've ever had someone ask me to do was, how?
Oh, yeah, I
have
go to Chipotle.
You've been to Chipotle, I imagine, right? You know how they have
Yeah.
the tortilla press? Someone wanted their tortilla in it for like a really long time. Really long time. Like to the point where you can't even fold
Oh,
the tortilla. It's like a
the
chip,
heck?
like a big chip.
He wants a
I don't know
tostada.
why they wanted it like that, but yeah. But they didn't even say tostada. They're just like, oh, put it
He
in the
wanted
toaster
Mexican
for a
food.
really long time. Yeah. What else?
Probably.
That's it, probably. Yeah. Oh, one person wanted me to put the burrito
What?
in the quesadilla thing. I don't know.
Wait, what quesadilla thing? What do you mean?
Yeah, I don't know. Have you ever had a Chipotle
No.
quesadilla? Like
I
the
don't-
way they
I-
make
when,
it
when I go
now?
there, I just get a bowl.
Okay. You've only
I get
had
a
it
bowl.
when they folded it?
I've only gotten bowls.
Oh,
when I go.
you only get the bowl? Okay. Yeah,
Right.
so we have a quesadilla thing where it's like you fold it up and you put it in and then you drop this thing and here's the quesadilla and then this thing like a panini, not a panini
Yeah.
press almost, like it pushes
Yeah.
down on it and it's like hot metal. And they wanted me to put the
They
burrito in
want
there,
you to
but that
put the
wouldn't
burrito in it.
work. Like, and it's just gonna
That's
smash and all the
crazy,
stuff is gonna
man.
come out. And then I'm gonna
That's
get in trouble.
crazy.
Yeah, but no, otherwise it's been fine. I don't know if you've seen the ads for the new El Paso store, but I don't like it. It's like chicken, but it's kind of like
they do be introducing lots of new meat. There was they have it was a steak. They had a steak there, and then they added like a garlic version. What is it? It's something.
Guajillo steak. We don't have it anymore, but yeah, it was seasonal. It was good. I thought the guajillo was fine.
Whenever I go there, anyway. Yeah.
Carnitas. Do you like the barbacoa?
I'm not sure if I had it before.
Oh, okay. Barbacoa is fire to me, but if I didn't work at Chipotle, I don't think I would eat there.
What is it? After track meets, we head there because there's like so much space there, so we can all sit there. So we just bring all our other food and we sit in the Chipotle. So, but we order, one person there orders Chipotle, y'all just so we can sit there. One time, because I wanted to pick up like Little Caesars. I picked up like 3 pizzas, and I just went over there. And I just like sat down with my pizza in there. We just started eating pizza together in the Chipotle.
Like, get out of our restaurant! You aren't even paying.
I hope they work there tomorrow because I'm going tomorrow again with my Mexican food. I'm gonna pick up Mexican food, big ass burritos, and I'm gonna head over there and eat it right in front of them.
Yeah. Oh, we have burritos here too.
Some sauce from the restaurant. Nothing else.
Just salsa, but nothing else. That's.
It's in Point Loma.
Tomorrow,
it's like
right? Or
30 minutes away from my school. Yeah. Yeah, we gotta. I was talking to Ethan. We gotta set up some. So, what do we want to do? We want to go to a baseball game this season. Padres versus. I don't know. What team would you want to see?
I do want to see the Yankees just because it's like the first time they're playing each other.
Those are sold out right now.
I think a long time.
Can you buy them? That's gonna be the most sold out ticket.
That's true. I haven't checked.
The Padres are going to play.
That's true.
But there are resellers. We can get them if we really wanted to. We can look up the prices and we can get like a that's what we got last time, like a second deck spot type thing.
Maybe the Angels
would be cool. We get to see Trout and Ohtani. What teams are there?
Let's see. Maybe the is it the Mariners?
Jazz plays for Miami.
Chisholm. So the Marlins. I think that'd be kind of fun. I think that'd be cool. I guess.
Yeah, I mean, most teams will be fun, but it's just not. Let's
really
not see the Diamondbacks or the Giants.
I'm good on that.
Or
I want to go
or the Rockies. I already saw them a couple days ago.
Yeah, so let's go to like one of the more fun, exciting teams. Dodgers would obviously be cool because that's like a big thing. So Dodgers for sure would be an option. Angels would be really cool. Yankees obviously would be really cool. And then I'm trying to think who else is like really good right now from a casual baseball fan.
The White Sox
let me see who's on my fantasy team, and I'll let you know.
Oh, this year?
Every team plays every team this year. Oh, well, here, I'm not sure if they play in San Diego, no. But I know that every team will play every team at one point.
The Mets
Scherzer. The Mets,
pretty
maybe.
Fun too.
I got Lindor on my team and Scherzer. Maybe the Blue Jays.
Guerrero. That would be fun as well.
The Braves. I'm pretty sure they're pretty good. There's a lot of teams. We got to start looking at tickets. And
we looked pretty late. So we were looking at tickets, and we're like, it was like we can see the Twins, and that's like it. It was like, and we,
because they didn't have that many home games.
So I think if we try to plan it earlier in the season,
we'll have more options. We can probably go to like 2 or 3 baseball games because baseball game tickets are relatively cheap as far as how it comes to like for like.
You think I made out money?
Pro sports.
Those games are. Like,
I mean, you went to Greece or Italy.
What? No, I went to Greece. I didn't pay for that. It was who paid for it? My family paid for it. At least my dad and my grandpa did because they both went.
Yeah.
But my grandpa's retired. What else?
We got to go to at least 2.
Two is a good number.
Say 2.
Sure.
2 is a good number.
Definitely
want to go see a couple games. Definitely want to try and see a early game, and then I would want to go see a nighttime game because I haven't been to.
I do not like daytime games at all. Night games are 100% better in every way. I would not go.
They are
because it's also going to be hot.
So maybe 2 night games
soon, right? So you probably want to do night games only because you're going to be cooking if we go in the sun when it's hot.
That's true. When we went,
I was there.
were you
I was
with us
cooking
when
in
we
the
went
sun.
to- Yeah, you were.
We picked the wrong side.
And it was very hot, and you couldn't.
Next time we got to figure out the.
Yeah,
We have to figure out
So
the
we know
sun where
that-
it's going to be.
right. We should sit on the opposite
Right.
side of the ballpark.
Wherever that
definitely.
is.
And then
The seats
I
are really.
liked our
I like the
seats.
seats a
I
lot.
don't think it was like a. Yeah. I don't know if I would want to sit behind home
Behind
plate.
home
I
plate.
think that's
We can't sit
kinda
there.
lame.
Only celebrities.
I don't
sit there.
know.
You know how much money those seats cost?
For real? Oh, those are like courtside seats, but
You
for
don't sit
baseball,
there.
pretty much. Huh?
We don't sit there. We're low class. We don't.
Oh.
We're poverty. You know.
No, we can't. The
Yeah,
Poverty for
that's
Jokes podcast seats. We should get like
Stop.
the
We're not. We're
farthest
not.
back seats
We're not
as
doing
possible,
nosebleed
like,
seats.
The highest.
man.
How much are those going to be? Like
Probably
$7?
50 or something. Let me look it up.
50
It's
is
probably like
crazy.
20.
There's no way.
30 or
They're
something.
like 7.
How much are
Padres nosebleed seats.
nosebleed tickets? This is $100. No way. No, there's no way. That can't be true because our regular seats cost $100. Those were nosebleeds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Plus
yeah.
tax. It was like
There's no
70
way.
before the tax. Like nosebleeds are $100 to see what you're gonna see dots running the bases. Like
That's
you're not
crazy.
even gonna see the ball.
I don't know. It's not really. It said 100. That's not true though. So let me figure this out. Prices start from $7.
Yeah, it's cheap for nosebleeds, but again, you're not seeing anything. It's pretty much like you're gonna have to watch it on TV
Right, that's correct.
on your phone anyway. You're paying $7 to watch
Right, I'm
it
gonna
on the
pull it
big
up on
screen,
YouTube
pretty
TV
much.
next to me. You know, on my phone.
Yeah, like here, guys, we can watch the game, but we can hear the crowd noise.
Yeah.
We just can't see anything.
Right. Who?
It's more immersive. Let's
Say
see.
what?
Trying to pull up the
Okay.
Padres schedule really quick to see who they play like in, because it's probably not May. It's probably gonna have to be like June, because May is really busy for all of prom
I'm
and
gonna
all of that.
be leaving in June. I'm leaving
Oh, you're leaving June, huh?
like late mid-June type area, so we can go early June for sure. Like if we're talking about like June to June 10th, I'm really
okay. So, I mean, they play Seattle.
I can see Seattle.
But you already
I don't
saw
care.
Seattle,
I don't care
huh?
what we do. I just want to hang out with y'all because you'd be far away, and Ethan be far away.
The Cubs on Saturday. They play Cubs on Saturday,
I don't want to see the Cubs
June
play.
3rd.
Yeah,
The Cubs are bad
aren't they?
now.
Cubs are bad.
Oh, I don't know. So before you leave, they only play the Cubs and the Mariners at home
Cubs and Mariners.
in June. Late May, they play on like a 10-game away trip.
So what about
It's
before
crazy.
that?
They play the Royals and the Red Sox.
All those teams suck, man. What the heck? We missed all the games. It's over. We're not going to any games
Yeah.
this season.
We're not going to a game. July, we have the Dodgers at home and the Mets at home
I
the
think
same week.
Have to do one of those. That'd be cool. It'd be hot, but we can go night games.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
Yeah, there's 2 night games. The Mets at 6:40 and the Nets at 7:10.
You said
Friday and
Mets
Saturday,
at 7.
7th and 8th.
I think that has to be has
Yeah.
to be the goal.
On
That has to be the goal. I think that's the goal. Yeah.
Mets
that's the
at
move.
7 on 7.
Yeah. And I'll be able to
we can
drive
do that
you
one.
off
That
right
seems
there.
cool. And then, yeah, for sure. We should all have our
Yeah.
Well, I know
I've
you
had
and me
mine
will
for a
have
while
our license.
already,
Ethan,
so.
I don't know where he.
I've had a car since.
You have a
Christmas.
car?
Yeah.
You drive to school?
And back. Yeah. I drive to me.
And back? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's cool.
I can drive down to where you are.
Oh,
We
dope.
can go to Dave and Buster's. That's what I'm saying.
Man, we
Over
should
the
hang out
weekend,
more.
like on like a Sunday, I got no shit
Yeah.
to do. You want to just like, I don't know. We can figure something out
Let's
because
see.
Ethan's kind of an
I
injured.
work
Ethan's an
Sundays.
injured boy. I don't
Yeah.
really. We can't go hoop.
We can't really go hoop or anything.
You know, we
like
can
that,
go
but
spend. We can go spend money. You know?
We can like. Yeah, maybe we should watch the finals. I don't know where we would do that. Just because the finals are always like on a random like Thursday or something. This is
I mean,
not
I'll
like a
be willing
Saturday
to
or
travel
Sunday,
wherever.
but
on a. I mean, I do have practice until
Yeah.
5:30 every day. But
so it'd be like a Saturday or Sunday, or
right,
a
and also
playoff
games
game
start
on a
at 7
Saturday or
sometimes.
Sunday.
So I can make the late games too for playoffs.
Yeah, one of these Saturdays. Once the
Yeah,
playoffs
we can
starts,
definitely
we'll
figure something out. I'm
on
available
Saturday.
like that now. So
And then Mets would be dope because again, like I said, I have Lindor and I have Scherzer on my team. Who knows if either
I mean,
will play
Lindor will
because that's so far ahead for now. But Yeah,
Yeah,
Scherzer, who knows if he
Mets will be
pitches.
fire for sure.
And then I'm looking at the schedule. I don't think we played the Yankees in San Diego. Now that I look at it, yeah, we don't play the Yankees in San Diego.
All New York.
We play them all in New York.
What kind of what the heck?
That's so lame.
That's lame. I want to go to a game. And
lame.
I want to be right behind Aaron Judge, like in the outfield.
That would be awesome.
You know,
The Angels one is really cool too.
same
but
week.
it's
We
the
can go
same
2
week.
games.
That same week. Go on Wednesday.
I mean,
and
Ethan
on
probably wants.
Sunday,
Ethan's
or
been
on
to an
Saturday.
Angels game though, right? Yeah. He
Oh yeah, he's been to the Angels game
Anaheim.
in
Yeah. So I think seeing the
Anaheim or
Mets is a
wherever
good
they
idea.
Yeah,
We
I don't
haven't
think
seen the
either of us
Mets.
have-
I think
or
it's
any
a
of us
good
have seen the
idea for
Mets. And then
We
who
watched
did we
the
watch
Twins,
them play last time?
and that was a
Oh, that's right, we
loss,
did see the
but
Twins.
didn't Profar hit like a 3-run home run at the end of the game?
Yeah, but the game was over. We
They
were
might
like,
come back.
oh,
They
they
just-
might
another-
come back, but then it was like the next
Right, it was
person
something
up to
like
bat
that.
struck out or something. And I don't think anyone on our I think
He did not
Machado
play
didn't
good.
play very good either that game.
What else? But who's your favorite player in the MLB? Casual fan. Yeah.
At the moment, I haven't watched too many games, but based off of what I have seen and based off of who's really performing for my fantasy team, I mean, Kyle Tucker's been really good. So shout out Kyle Tucker. But from who I've visibly watched, I do Cronenworth. I mean, he's really cool. I don't know why I resonate with Cronenworth so much, but I just like Joe Cronenworth or Drake.
Jake.
Is Joe Cronenworth? Jake Cronenworth. I knew it was something with a J. Jake Cronenworth. He's cool. Chrome Zone
Oh,
is
that's
my
right, that
team's
is you.
name, so I'll take him. And obviously, Shohei Ohtani is really cool. Undoubtedly,
He's
indisputably,
unique.
Shohei Ohtani
Very
is really
unique.
he hits home runs and then he
Right,
throws
right.
the craziest fastballs ever. It's the coolest thing ever. And then Jazz Chisholm is cool. I mean, I just like his style. I haven't seen him play good anytime I watch
No,
him.
'cause I thought he was
very good. But
Because he was the cover athlete of the MLB The Show, and I was like, "Is this guy good?"
Yeah,
and then
I
I
thought he'd
see
be
him.
he's
I'm like, he's
raw
not.
type player. And then I watched him,
No,
I was
he's
like,
not. But
this guy's not that great.
the style thing is definitely cool. I heard that doesn't he do like a? Oh, you're frozen. Oh,
But I'm
hold
moving.
up. Oh, can you hear me?
Maybe it's you. 'Cause-
Okay. No, doesn't he do like a Euro step
Yeah.
when he hits a home run or something? Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. And then he has a deal with Jordan, and I don't think there's very few baseball players. who
Yeah, I
have
think that's
deals with
cool.
Jordan,
He's
so I
pretty
think that's really
unique
cool.
player as well.
Then I guess I'd say Trout too, because I mean I know that Trout's really good. I mean I'm pretty sure people will call him the LeBron of baseball. Maybe not on the all
See, I
time
don't-
scale, but as of
People
now.
do say that, but I don't be repping Trout like that. I when I ask other people, casual
Oh.
fans, they don't think Mike Trout is like that. Casual fans, who do they think of? They think of they don't think of Tatis.
Tatis,
I mean, I guess I do think of Tatis, sure. Mookie Betts, maybe.
Mookie Betts, maybe.
But even then, Mookie Betts, not many people know. Maybe I'm just asking old heads. All these.
Well, baseball's
right.
an
It's
old
all these
sport,
all
to
these
be
people I
honest.
asked. They're like, oh yeah, Ken Griffey, and I'm like, Tony Gwynn, and I'm like, all right, Babe Ruth.
Babe Ruth.
I guess people know Aaron Judge.
Yeah,
I would
definitely
think.
got to go. On a couple.
People know Aaron
yeah,
Judge.
Aaron
Lots of
Judge too.
fans I've talked to from different teams, they all know Aaron Judge. That's one thing.
Aaron Judge is the guy right now. Would you say he's the best player in the MLB? It's kind of hard because
Right.
everyone
I
does
think he's-
different things.
One of the most valuable for sure. Top 3, right? I mean, he won it last year.
For sure. Yeah.
Right. I think
I just know he hits a
him-
lot of home runs.
Right. Him,
Plays for the
Ohtani
Yankees.
are one of the 2 most unique and valuable players in the league.
That's valid. Definitely trying to keep up with baseball more. It's just hard because the game starts so early sometimes. I'll be in 4th period and they'll be like, oh, the Padres
Right.
and the
And I'll
Rockies are
see-
getting ready to face off.
Yeah, I mean 5th period, the Yankees finish the game because Yankees are the first game of the day every day. It's so weird.
Yeah. Oh, because they
East Coast
also
starts
are on
early.
the
It's-
East
it's-
Coast
yeah,
too.
it's-
So
Really, once you go home, you're only watching West teams. You're only watching Padres, Dodgers.
if they don't play early
Right.
too, it's I don't know. Maybe I'll watch a baseball game tomorrow. I do want to check who's like, again, like what we were saying with League Pass earlier. If this Nuggets Suns game is going to be nationally televised, I'm hoping it's on like NBA
which one?
TV or something.
When is it?
The
Tomorrow. It's
Nuggets
definitely
and the
it's
Suns
Thursday.
tomorrow.
It's TNT.
Oh, but the Thunder play tomorrow.
It's TNT Thursday.
Dang.
Oh no,
you can watch it on TNT.
oh, it's TNT
overtime.
overtime. So you can watch it with no.
There are no commentary,
Right.
and it'll be weird camera angles.
7.
What time do they play? 7. Thunder played today or that day too, and I kind of want to watch that as well. So I'll probably catch both. I'll try and catch
All right.
both.
That's everything. We got a
Yeah,
2 hour.
I think that's
2 hour
everything.
today.
We worked it up to 2 hours because we were done at like an hour and a half. And
Hey,
we
it
started
needed to
talking
be
about
done.
Baseball,
Baseball's
so,
gonna be
yeah. Hopefully, we can get baseball as like a part of the podcast, though. Even though I know I'm more of a casual, and then you and Ethan are more.
Yeah, I think
into
we can
baseball
definitely
than I
talk
am,
about it. There's
but-
we can have little segments, all that type of stuff.
for sure. But yeah, we'll be back in a couple weeks. Hopefully with Ethan if his internet.
There's gonna be a new
allows
program
it,
now on the show.
Yeah.
I don't know.